Hello and welcome to Carimble Saves.
Hi. Hello.
Charisma
Hi.
Saves. It's your boy Jake here with some.
What
with,
is this
with
fucking
some more, I
YouTube
don't
tier
know.
intro?
What's up, everybody? I don't know.
Jake Nation.
Welcome to my channel.
Welcome, Jakers, to the Jake Nation's D&D. Oh, I could have done that. I actually don't have a terrible voice for that.
No,
It's a bummer.
it's bad.
No,
Yeah.
No
but
one has a
it's
good voice for it. It's all
That's
bad.
what I mean, yeah.
Mm.
yeah. It's fine.
Karma.
I smashed into the gem box that I keep for the Dungeons and Dragons that we play.
If they all
Welcome.
spill on the floor, can we just grab them
Yeah.
and take them?
It's like beer pong.
It's like
They're
Party
on
If
the
you
floor.
want to get into a full contact,
You don't think I won't,
need your
but-
gems situation.
Yes.
But if we get them from you, we get to keep them and have them in
That's the
game.
rules. That's house rules.
Okay,
That makes
I'll-
sense.
Alright,
look,
alright,
against-
alright.
Look, I'll throw
4 against
myself
1,
at
we
him.
can
You
do
guys
it.
get
Yeah.
the gems.
4 against 1, it's
Sure.
happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
know that it's
Keep
gonna
it
get
in mind.
real on the table. Welcome to Christmas Saves. We do D&D here, and we haven't played in a little bit due to Hannah's betrothal. So that's over
I'm married.
and done with. That made it sound like it got nulled. That's over and done with. It's gone now.
Married for a weekend.
Married
and
for a
then-
weekend. That's how the
But what a
Britney
weekend.
experience. But yeah, that was fun. We had fun at the thing. We
Are
did
you
stuff. We ate pasta.
Are you still betrothed, or are you just trothed now?
Just
Trothed.
Just-
Regular trothed.
Okay, yeah. So the
betrothed.
betrothal is over now.
Sarah's betrothed now.
Yep.
True.
Shiny ring.
She rubbed my face earlier and she snagged. It's like got
Look,
like an elf
you-
stuff on it.
it's
So
a
it snagged my
Oh,
my beard. It
no.
goes like. It started ripping it up. It was bad. It was bad news. It hurt.
You bought it.
I did. With
Okay.
money that you got from your subscription. So subscribe immediately, or my life will crumble into pieces.
That should just be what all Twitch streamers say. Please give me money, or I'll have
Please,
to,
please.
my life will be ruined.
My life. My life. Anyway,
To our fake lives.
to our fake lives, which we haven't been in a bit.
I missed it.
Me too, but it's cool. So, I mean, really, I guess. Let's just jump in. As you speed down the road in the Land Beast away from Bryneshore Port, Vrak, the rat boss, being kept asleep for now by Isaac's sedative, you begin to breathe a sigh of relief. You did it. You got him out of the city. Isaac, at the end, the last thing you said is, I'm going to slump back and start to sleep. As you do slump back into your seat, exhausted from the time spent as the monster and the fight with Vrak and in the shit pit, you close your eyes. The window of the land beast cool on your forehead. Then your mind does what it always does as you prepare for rest. It takes note of the day. Infiltrated Vrak's lair. Infiltrated the shit pit. Dispatched his guards, 2 pig boys, and a hired Frogun mercenary. Injected Vrak with 3 times the dose of sedative you give to a normal person. You remember the rat gang's last words to you as you peeled away. We're gonna remember you! We're coming for you! And then, you remember what it looked like outside, a snapshot, part of your, I'll say, semi-photographic memory for things. And you see in the back of that scene, you remember something big and brown that you'd seen when you pulled up. You remember the rat gang's vehicle. A delivery van out front of the shit pit. A vehicle that made the trip from somewhere else to Bryneshore Port. And as you think of this, Isabella, Mistress, takes a big, wet, crunchy bite into the freshly blasted rat gang body, the one that Ink dispatched, holding hostage as you pulled Vrak out. You notice from the back of the land beast, as you look over your shoulder, Isaac, his eyes pop open and he sits forward and he starts counting out loud. He starts, Isaac, you begin to count. You assume the rats won't think of chasing you down immediately, but it won't take long. They're not stupid. They're just not that smart. You give them 5 to 10 minutes, you suspect, within the chaos of that, for them to figure out that they have a vehicle and can pursue you. And then there's the van itself. It didn't seem to have the kind of off-road capabilities that you have. And the approach to the ship pit, the road you had to take out there along the wall, was in rough shape. Probably another 10 to 15 minutes of difficulty there. You estimate, assuming both vehicles go the same speed on the road to Ebon Falls, that you have a between 15 to 25 minute head start. And it's at this point you feel necessary to tell everybody that this is the case.
Well, where are we going?
You know the roads and you guys wanted to do this at night, so your headlights are on and the sun has gone down. It is dark out. You guys wanted to go after business hours, so as you go as fast as you can, which is not super fast in this, especially with the trailer. Usually about 30 miles per hour on these rough roads. I would say it's closer to 25 with the trailer to keep it stable, which will take a little bit of time to get there. About 4 hours to get to town.
Didn't we
wanted
want
to
to
go
go
to
to
Gills.
Host?
Yes, but Host is on the backside of Ebon Falls, and there are no roads that go to it except for the road that goes through Ebon Falls. Oh, God. Because the only other way, actually, there is one other way. You know this, and we could talk about this right now as you guys pull out the map and start talking about this. You could go, well, you don't know if you could go.
The way they delivered the land beast to us?
No, you had to go into Ebon Falls and go east out of Ebon Falls. If you look at the map, Larock and the Halvian Vales have territory that cuts off the eastern road. The eastern road that you could take that would send you around and connect to that road that wouldn't take you through Ebon Falls. You see what I'm talking about? You kind of have to go west a little bit around the Halvian Vales.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that. We have the gas.
You want to go into Larock?
Yeah.
You want to cross the countryside. You want to go into a foreign country with a bounty that... This is what I'm saying. As you discuss this, taking a bounty that they have not approved, that's just someone in captivity. So that means the border crossing gets real sketchy. You can do this.
How secure are the borders and stuff?
Very secure.
Okay.
Okay.
Specifically, the Vales and the Asari domain have had a sort of contentious relationship, and then Larock is like a fledgling city. It's sort of this new city where the twins come from that we haven't explored. But it's kind of this industrialized Victorian city. And because it's bringing jobs, they signed essentially a deal to bring money into Ebon Falls, because when the city cracked open, you would know all this, and you guys would probably know this too. When the city cracked in half, the river
Real quick,
dried
people
up.
are just saying there's like connection or buffering issues. I don't know if that's you or if it's just a Twitch shit in the bed thing, but
I'm uploading 6,000
Okay.
kilobytes per second. I'm fine.
must be a Twitch
It must
thing.
be a Twitch thing.
Sorry.
You know, when the city cracked, the river dried up because it started pouring into Ebon. That's why they call it Ebon Falls, the Black Falls. The city of Larock is down that river if you look on the map. So now they have all the shipping. It used to be Ebon Falls because there's a lot of there's timber and stuff out there, and they would send it down. That's how they started to make their living. But now it's an industrialized city that relies heavily on Larock's money because of Kane Industries. And so they have incredible border security that they work together between the two. There is the western road. I have this Hazel Keep. Is far out of your way. You don't think anyone would follow you there. But it's a fort that has turned essentially into a train station that is like the frontier train station that goes across the expanse that the Empire doesn't control. And so that has a section of dangerous train rides, essentially, that bandits and other groups, Vadagar, separatist, terrorist groups that Sorry would consider them, try to take the trains. But that also has a kind of strong security. So Ebonfall seems like your best bet if you're trying to get to Host, but you guys can try to evade in other ways. Also, not for nothing, to consider the tracks that you guys leave are pretty big. It's a big
Yeah.
Do you still have any of those fireballs? Or did you use them all?
One left, I believe.
I have one left.
Do we want to just set a trap for them?
Just thinking that. How much gas do we have?
I have one moonstone.
gas. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say for the first hour, you guys are gonna have to essentially just make a driving check. So you can make a perception check, you can make a sleight of hand check, you can make a survival check, but you can't repeat it. And we're gonna go through some phases here of travel. If you guys want to set a trap, that's fine. If that's what you want to do.
Well,
If you guys also just want to outrun them, because you have a decent head start.
how much of a check is it to get into Ebon Falls? Like, do they inspect everything you bring through the city gates?
When you say that out loud, and again, this first hour is essentially us
I wasn't
talking our
saying
game.
that out loud, but
What?
I was asking you as the DM if we know that.
You
but,
wouldn't know,
okay.
but the person who lives in the city
Okay.
would know, so you should say that out loud. You say it out loud?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't say it in my accent. That's usually
I
how I
see.
differentiate.
I see. Okay.
It is funny you ask.
She has a feature in Ebon Falls specifically that she knows a lot of this stuff. So she's your best resource in the city. Ink would know. It depends on the cop. And let me just tell you right now, we're rolling to see who the cop is. I got good cop. I got bad cop. I got other cops.
Some cops probably take bribes.
Some
right?
cops take bribes. Some
Okay.
cops are lazy. Some cops are you know,
But what
Boy
if we
Scouts?
get a cop that can't be bribed?
Worst
Is
case,
there
we could always say we are bringing in the official bounty and we wouldn't get the money from Rossi, but we would still get the money.
But then we would be allied with the Silvers, and also Rossi would be our enemy at that point, which doesn't seem very smart.
Also, he still knows we did it, so even if we give it to the Silvers, regardless of the situation,
They would turn.
Let me tell you right now, I'm gonna roll some dice while you guys talk, and these are rat gang checks to see how they're doing.
Yeah.
So
I assume
this
we're-
is truly
we're driving and going,
them
so.
making checks to try to catch up to you.
Okay.
You don't know if they're doing a good job. I'm just gonna say that you know they're coming. They told you they were coming.
Do you want me to do the driving check now, or?
You can do it whenever you want, and you can discuss how you.
What did you have in mind for a trap?
Primarily just lying in wait
Eight.
until we could hit them with the fireball and
So
take them all
it
out
is
at
true.
once.
It's nighttime. Is there anywhere where we could pull off road and hide?
That is a good question.
I have an idea. I can lay spike traps
I
with
think any kind of
syringes.
confront.
I don't know if they'd stay.
If we are in the,
If you pack them into the ground.
I don't know everyone else's state, but if the trap doesn't kill them all, conflict will be difficult for me. I do not know about everyone
Also
else.
of note.
I'm
'Cause we
in
haven't
perfectly
rested.
good health.
Okay.
Also of note, Ink cannot do this, but everybody else can take a short rest at some point during this first hour. But Ink is busy.
Then I'm good to go.
But do you have hit dice left? Because you guys use some hit dice
I'm
for stuff.
actually Gucci.
You
I
use some
haven't
hit
used
dice
any.
for
I did.
luck.
I only need to use one
I
to
haven't
even
I
get
don't know
my
if I have any.
Okay.
to full.
But
Okay.
warlocks, that's
One.
good for you guys for your spells.
4 plus
Oh yeah, true. We got our spell slots.
5.
You get some abilities back. I don't know if you. I think a long rest. You get.
This long rest for me, but I still have a charge of monster, so
But you.
only use one.
No.
Wait,
No. You came up. You popped yourself. I remember. I watched the clip back. You said you were out.
okay, we're
So
out.
you said you used your last one because when
Do
you guys
you-
walked out, you had to drag him across the parking lot.
Yeah.
Do you think we have enough
Not
time to pull off somewhere? hide the car and then hide the tracks
As
so
you-
that they just disappear.
Well,
how many?
As
of
you
those
drove
was-
in, there weren't forests and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Well, hiding the car, it's the land beast and the trailer. It would take some.
What are the surroundings like?
It's pretty open plains.
Okay.
A lot of this doesn't have trees. You don't get trees until you get like a lot of forests. Until you get up or west. I'd say rolling plainsy. Some hills every once in a while. There's some loose rock still. This is a common feature of everywhere on the continent, essentially, is sometimes there's just big fucking chunks of rock, and it's from shit blowing up. So, as you can see, they have chat can't see, but we have a little bit of a
We could
roadway here.
Try to park.
We could drive
behind
until
the
we
rock.
find one large enough to hide behind, and then
Are there
gotta
any
hide.
structures anywhere, like farm buildings or anything? It's just open, like fields and stuff.
There's not like electric lights, so
it's nighttime. It's nighttime.
you know coming in that there were like houses every once in a while, but as you drive, like sometimes you'll go past a side road, sometimes you go past what you assume is a driveway. Sometimes you can see the houses and they'll have like little fires in them or something, but they're houses. Are you trying?
Where?
What?
There's a spider.
Where?
It's over by Randy.
That guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's far away.
I can't even see it.
Yeah, he's doing fine. Anyway,
Oh, we could take a side road, but drive past it, back up, turn down the side road, cover our
they don't have
tracks.
like country miles. It's essentially a driveway. It's not going to reconnect.
Okay. 'Cause you said side road, so I
Yeah,
was
they're not
thinking-
blocks. Like, these are homesteads. Sometimes they have trails to them. Sometimes they're family
We'd be
trails.
risking hiding behind
It's like,
someone's home.
it's country. This is not developed. It's not developed for vehicles yet. We're right at the beginning of like all this technology really getting out of the cities, and
So there's like carriage tracks.
yeah, there's carriages.
Yeah.
There's other vehicles sometimes, but it's
Mhm.
just starting,
Mhm.
and they're very expensive.
what we're
quite a unique
driving
vehicle.
on.
Uh-huh.
Is it like paved road? Is it dirt? Is it?
It is. I would say it's gravel.
Gravel.
Hmm.
Okay.
So sometimes it's pretty rough. Sometimes it's nice. It just depends on the water, where it settles, like the weather, what we drove on it, the usage.
We could just, if we don't want to, I know we want to do the trap thing, but if we tried, we could try and get to the city as quick as possible and lose them in there. Because there'll be no more tracks or anything. And honestly, I'm going to be real, they're more likely to be profiled on the way in than most of us. So it's possible that they might get held up at the border of
I'm
the city.
still worried about trying to sneak our friend through the gates.
It is a risk.
It's the best option.
I would be very surprised if we could not bribe a silver.
Depends on the silver. So, your first hour, you guys took your short rests.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Your first hour goes by. You do run into a little bit of trouble on the road with some potholes and stuff. And at the end of that hour, you go over a pothole, and you hear,
Oh, he needs to be sedated again.
I don't think you have any. You have one more?
Yes, sir.
We had enough for the drive back, I remember.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That was the idea, anyway.
You're hoping. I think you made 4 servings, right?
Mm-hmm.
You stabbed him 3.
I got one left.
He does not awaken. Let's see what happens. We move on to hour 2 as you're driving along. Were you gonna say something?
I was going to say, the longer we can wait for the other dose would be the best. I know, but once we get close to the city, maybe stop and do it.
That's what I was thinking. If we can, right before we get
Yes.
kind of there, just
Is
be
there
up.
any way we can disguise him, or there's no window? Are there windows looking in or anything to the trailer?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
it's a
like
horse trailer.
So there
So
would
it's
be
got
little
slits.
windows, like slits.
I actually have. It had dice in it. That wooden box is what I was going to use for it. I forgot to grab it.
If
Can the-
there's anything we can do to make it seem like we're transporting some sort of dangerous animal.
I was gonna say, can you and Mistress like make any sort of like scary noises that sound animalistic?
I'm sure Mistress could absolutely make sounds, but
Well,
it wouldn't come from inside the back unless she was in there.
you would have to go in there, but it would be sedated, so it'll probably be fine. But it'll just be until we get into the city. It'll be fine. And you would just have to make scary noises, and hopefully the Silver will not want to get too close to investigate.
Has Mistress even made animalistic sounds?
She's not a person,
I don't
not
know.
a human. So she has some abilities to make strange noises that you don't make? Sure.
It seems risky.
You're going to crawl into the cage with Vrak is the idea?
I would prefer not to.
How
When they
else would
see
you
a
like to
dull
do it?
person and the rat?
Yeah, that would be a little
By the way, Rini's here.
strange.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say she's asleep in the car, like she's fallen
There's
asleep.
also that problem.
Oh yeah.
Was she kind of disguising herself prior to,
What do you mean?
like, was she wearing like a hood or anything?
There's a hood.
Glasses?
Yeah,
I
she's
don't
been
know.
wearing the hood that she's
I
been wearing the whole
think
time. She's a blue
that-
cloak.
Is she
The-
wearing the Krakenfest shirt though?
I made her
Probably
a
over
dress.
top of the hoodie.
Okay, cool.
I made her a nice dress and everything.
When we go
I don't know
through,
if she's wearing the dress today. She
Yeah.
wore it when she got here.
when we go through the city gates, pretend to be asleep. We were at Krakenfest.
She's already asleep.
Okay, well we will be good, perfect.
We got out with her just fine.
We'll just say, oh, if they try and investigate too closely, it's, oh shit.
You start noticing a rumbling in the steering wheel. You know
Is-
machines like this, and you go over your options in your head, and you look through the mirror. You don't see anything happening. It doesn't feel uncontrollable, but there's definitely a wiggle. You have two options. You could pull over, or you could drive through. Pulling over will definitely use time, but obviously you will be choosing to stop and controlling it. You could drive through, but it will genuinely be a 50-50 chance on whether or not
We should stop.
you
we
have
should
to.
stop.
If push comes to shove, I'm more than capable of fighting again.
I'm
Same.
Alright.
tapped, but I can be somewhat useful.
If that happens, I might try and just be careful, because I'm the only one who can drive, right?
Mm-hmm.
They could figure it out.
Right, I'm the only one who's
Probably.
You're the only one
competent at
proficient.
driving.
Yeah.
Could figure it out.
Okay.
Drove a spider once.
So. You choose to pull it off to the side of the road.
Everything in me wanted to roast you. I want you to know, but Isabella wouldn't. So
yeah, no,
I'm
I said it on purpose as a
Yeah, I
joke,
know.
yeah.
You turn it off, and it sort of ting, 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 sort of clicking. So you get out. What do you guys want to do? Are you guys staying in the car? Are you just letting Ink do this?
One of you, keep a lookout to, make
Mhm.
sure.
I was gonna check on.
Sure,
Brad.
I'll do
You're gonna check on
mage.
Brad?
Mhm.
I'll do
So
mage
walk on
armor
Brad.
and use Gaze of Two Minds to put Kitty Cat on my head.
Okay.
And so I have night vision. I'm covered in ink, and so I'm black, jet black, and I'm gonna go stand further down the road the way we came.
So you're in
so
shadow.
I can, yeah. No, I'm just gonna kind of stand there.
Stand and look.
Yeah. A weird black goo mass with red eyeballs all over
Okay.
on the side of the road.
All right. So you're rolling a perception check. So go ahead and roll a perception check. You're walking back to Vrak. You're walking to the back. You open up the side. It's got little shutters on the side where these cargo things are. There's a toolbox in there with your tire repair stuff. You pull it out, and you go to the back, and you start looking. Roll me an investigation check. I will let you know that all of these checks to repair this will cost you 5 minutes.
Okay.
15.
Because it is dark. You're using torchlight. You are trying to take your time to do this on purpose. 15. Investigation.
8.
Okay.
Oh boy. Maybe you should help her.
Okay. So, well, you're not watching. What are you doing?
Maybe I don't know what.
I think I'm gonna walk back to the road and just try to like conceal the point where our tracks deviate off, just in case we can't get up and moving in time.
How?
I mean, it's just like a dirt road, right? So
Yeah, it's like
just like sweep with my boot to kind of stir
Okay.
up the surface and.
Okay. So you're gonna go back to essentially where Isabella is and start.
Yeah.
Okay. And you begin to do so. Go ahead and make a probably survival, yeah. And then what do you want to do with Vrak? You just want to check on
Check
him
on
and medicine check?
Yeah.
Give me a medicine check. Okay. You're looking for the problem, and you don't see anything on the tire. You look underneath. You don't see anything under there. You follow essentially the hydraulic system that goes to the steering wheel and down and around. Can't find it. Go ahead and roll an investigation check with advantage because you've already checked everywhere else. So you're going to start checking the secondary.
Better. Rolled the same on both though. 15.
15. Okay. As this happens, does anybody else want to do... what was your survival check?
Nat 20. So
Nat 20. Okay. So yeah, you kick the rocks all probably 50 feet or so worth. Probably take about 5 minutes. Yeah. You're still looking, keeping out, watch, and when Soren gets up to the back, you're doing a medicine check, which was
13.
13. The sedative is there, but you can see that the sleep is not as deep as you'd like it to be. You get a sense that Vrak maybe has a tolerance for certain substances that
Makes
maybe
sense.
are downers,
sense.
and maybe just different things. So while he is asleep, you don't know how firm that is going to stay, but for right now, everything's going well. Is there anything else you want to do knowing that after that 5-minute check?
I'm good there.
Okay. As this happens, with advantage since you looked everywhere else, you don't have very much experience with this type of vehicle. So you start going down the treads with your hands, with the torch, and looking at each one, and you do find in the back there's the treads linked together. One of those rods is wiggling its way out. And it's not going to hold forever.
Yeah.
It's something that you should definitely address in the future. It looks like there should be some sort of stopper there, and it fell off or wasn't tightened or something at some point. So now it's a case, it didn't get bad, so it could have fallen off. It didn't. Now it's a case of you making a mechanic check, which is going to be intelligence plus proficiency for you.
Okay.
To do mechanic stuff. So take 5 minutes to try to hammer that in. While that's happening, you are right there while this starts. Go ahead.
17.
17. While this is happening, you take the mallet out and you start hearing ting, ting, ting from ink having to do that. You, with your perception check, you're looking out. And you feel like you see off the side of the road to the right 2 yellow eyes, maybe 100, 120 feet away from you. Just sort of.
I'm gonna hiss at it.
You hiss?
Yeah.
Seemed to be a deer of some kind. It didn't like that you did that. Okay, so that is your first repair check. And what was it?
17.
17. Ting, ting, ting. It slides in. And again, while it's not going to hold forever, you're going to want to stop for repairs at some point. This should keep going for now. You can all load up.
Can I do one thing?
Yeah.
Can I make spike traps with syringes?
Can you make
For the
spike
car
traps with
tires,
syringes?
For the delivery van tires. Essentially, dig out little like holes in the ground, put them inside, like on an
You will
angle.
have to spend time to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we wouldn't be able to do it in 5 minutes.
That's what I want to do with the rest of my time while she's repairing, to see if I can
5 minutes.
figure out a way to basically, essentially, carve out some soil, put the syringe, but on an angle. That way, it's
See,
not
the
straight up,
syringe would
so-
probably snap.
I know, but I just want to see if it works.
Hmm.
I don't know if there's a way. I don't have anything
You're
else.
not
sharp
very
enough,
booby
so-
trap. I'll say you think about it, and it's not there yet. But the idea of something that fucks up pursuing vehicles is definitely worth investigating, and probably not syringes, but the fact that you look down at these pieces of metal that you got off of Rack, like his big blade arm and stuff. You could use this to create shrapnel. You could use this to create different, just a big blade that you could put on the fucking front of the land beast. Like, there's lots of different ways.
Okay.
Right now, it's as big as a ram for you. You could technically use it with disadvantage
Yeah.
as a
Okay.
big old blade. You could also just set that up in the road, and they could run into that, and that would do something. Even if they just ran over it, if you know that they're coming.
Disguise it with some sand so they can't see it.
You can try. It wouldn't be very great,
Yeah.
but you could try.
No, because the problem is like, no matter which way you put it, the second the tires hit it, it's just gonna go over it.
Yeah.
That's Ellie.
I'll have to think of something, but it's definitely on the mind now.
Okay. So, you finish this up, grab the tools, put them back in, slide it down. Vrak is still asleep. You start to go. Vrak remains asleep when you start up. And start to pull off. Okay. So, we have gotten through the second hour of travel on the way to Ebon Falls. So, your thoughts turn to, what do we do with the cops? What are our plans? And where do we want to go? Do
could
we want to
always-
go to the warehouse? I don't mean to cut you off, just one second. I just want you to make sure you guys are thinking about this. Some Rat Gang members know where you live. It's my only... You know this. And just we haven't played a little bit, I want to remind you of that.
I think we should just cut straight through and go right to host, and then just
Yes.
Yeah.
Deal
I
with the
don't-
consequences of the
So-
warehouse after.
yes.
The problem, we didn't have any valuables there, did we?
Just my lab stuff, but it's not that much.
I think most of our belongings are with us,
Mm-hmm.
other than just basic living essentials. But
Alana was watching the place, but I'd imagine she
Oh,
knows
that's true.
She would probably know to get out of there if she heard shit happening. I think she'll be fine. We can.
Well, they're not looking for her. You don't think... The Rat Gang wouldn't just wantonly murder people.
Okay.
That's not really their MO.
Okay.
Because they already have enough heat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So... But people that fuck them...
well, the rat
If they
gang.
just start indiscriminately murdering, then the Silvers would probably.
People would start to wipe them
Yeah.
out.
The rat gang will absolutely have a harder time getting into the city, I think, without
Yep.
being
Yeah. They're more
accosted.
thieves, yeah. Smugglers.
I mean,
Mm.
worst case, I could try to charm Silver.
Sure. And that would last long enough for us to.
I think we avoid that route.
It will give us an hour, but
yes,
they would
but
know
if it
that.
fails, he knows. And if it succeeds, he knows. Then the Silver knows
But
we use
only-
magic to trick him.
then he knows who we are and that we tricked him.
Can you
with
make
magic.
them see anything that might?
Yes, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I can. Should I?
Can you use that to
Ooh, I gotta
maybe
see if
hide
anyone-
Vrak in some way?
Oh.
Like when
Rainy
they look
slept
in, they see something else entirely different?
I could, but it would run the same risk as your charm.
Could also
Oh,
kill him.
no.
It's Phantasmal Force, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I said that mid-web. Phantasmal. Yeah, it could possibly kill the cop too. Just you could just drop
I would
dead.
just make it something benign that wouldn't do damage.
Oh, okay.
I think it's best if we just
Something
play
benign.
it.
We just got a bush in here. I don't know.
Play
We
it
just got a
without
trailer.
tricks.
We're just hauling bush.
How about this?
Holland bush.
We will initially try to make it so he just doesn't look at anything. Hopefully we can either pay him off or he just won't care and pass us through. If not, plan B is you making him see something. If that fails and he realizes you tried to do that, plan C is you charming him and you'll try and talk the whole situation down.
Plan D.
We're fucked.
Murder?
Plan D,
I have an idea.
the high-speed
Bribery?
chase. No, we have Vrak in the back.
Do we even-
High-speed chase, good
Question:
idea.
how long does it take to get from Ebon Falls to Host?
About an hour.
But
It's about 30 miles.
We could charm the police officer, put him in the car,
And abduct him. And then double?
But
and then also wipe
Everyone's
his
memories are wiped.
but
Keep
then we
feeding
have to
memories
get
to the
through
Reverend.
The next checkpoint with the silver in our
This gets
car.
very complicated.
it's just
very
it's
fast.
just brainwashing people all the way down.
Yeah.
Sarah said something haunting to me last night out of character, so I'm just.
I already told them.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what was it?
Think about if somehow the pupating sac inside of Vrak allows us to
Oh,
have
Manipulate,
control, and then we start putting pupating sacs inside of everyone, and then we take over the world. Okay.
Okay, I
it's
didn't
just,
remember the second.
I didn't say the rest of it.
Okay,
to
well,
them, but
Not a
Pupating fetter
bad
sack.
I was
thought.
very high, and I told him my maniacal inner thoughts.
Yeah.
Can you get your stinky asshole off me?
Poor Ellie.
She's got stinky butt.
Well, so with that in mind, the third hour is undertaken. I will say that you avoided. You avoided a regular roll. You now have advantage on the repair.
Okay.
So it is just chance. You don't have to roll this. Anybody can roll this. You can roll 2 d20s, and anybody can do this. Just Hannah can. Don't care.
Okay.
2 d20s. You take the highest.
Oh, just normal
Just flat?
D20s.
Just flat.
For what?
It is just a luck roll. However you guys want to do it. Whoever feels
Feeling
hot.
lucky.
Not
Who's
me.
feeling hot? The highest.
Are you feeling it, Sarah?
For what? Exactly.
This is to see if her repair
Held up.
holds up. I'll tell you right now. You just have to get 10 or higher. It's a death saving throw essentially. 10 or higher, no modifier.
You wanna do it, or-
have advantage
We can be
because
one-
she
can it be
repaired
one
it.
of us each.
It could be each of
because-
one.
One each.
Okay,
or
let's do one
just 2
each.
total dice, however it
Okay.
works.
Mr. Button's dice.
Mr. Button's dice.
12.
Double
That's a
double
success.
You did it.
It holds up for the third hour. You don't have to worry about that. Let me do. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So you avoid having to pull over
Ellie.
to make any further repairs. You avoid any catastrophic, like, crashing situation. And I'll say, with disadvantage, Vrak's going to make a Constitution saving throw to wake up.
Don't smirk.
I don't know what these cats need from me.
To be thrown into the sink.
If he wakes up, we just detach the trailer and throw the fireball, right?
Detach the trailer, and he goes.
And then fireball it. Yeah.
We have one more dose, right?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
going to
One
throw
more
away
dose.
5,000 gold.
That is throwing away 5,000
Yeah,
gold if you
that's
kill him.
Yeah.
And a
terrible move.
friendship.
Good
And
murder.
that's the most valuable ship of all.
True.
Facts.
So Vrak does not awaken
Oh fuck.
just yet.
About an hour out, right?
You are about an hour out. Is there anything anyone wants to do in this third hour?
Is it time? Okay.
Gonna re-up the dosey dose.
You're gonna stop, or you're gonna do this. You're gonna climb back while driving. You can stop and take 5 minutes, or
how difficult would it be to administer?
it takes about 5 minutes. You gotta do it through the thing. You gotta do it safely, and you gotta make sure it gets in.
Yeah.
So about 5 minutes. I'll say it's not a check unless he's awake, and he's not. So you just stab him, but it'll take about 5 minutes to
I think it's
climb in there,
worth
do it safely,
5
do it
minutes,
quietly.
But we've already.
All right. We'll
Or you can climb on it while you go and hope he doesn't wake up at the border. Or you can climb onto it while it's moving and not take any time up, but have to make a check to do it.
With
It's
all
up to
of
you
my
guys.
dexterity, I think we should stop.
I agree.
Yeah.
You want to stop? Take
Yes.
5?
Yeah, it's
Um,
a close 5, but
While we're doing this,
See what happens. It's fine.
it's fine. While we're doing this, I'm gonna shift, take my mage armor, and can I try to make it a little more inconspicuous and do it under my clothing?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I'll just have Mistress, like, covering.
Yeah. I
underneath
assume that's
my-
sometimes how you have it.
Yeah.
Because
way I
she's
can have it up.
protecting you. Yeah. But I will say, when mage armor is up, people can suss it.
Yeah, like
So-
detect magic and stuff.
Well, yeah, not just detect magic. Like, if they could make an investigation check, essentially against your deception check, I would say.
And then Mr. Buttons is.
Actually, I would say
Come
your passive deception, because that's kind of your bag,
Mm-hmm.
is to like be like a real person doll. So whatever your passive deception is what the insight check would take when your mage armor's up to even suss out that you got stuff going on.
Okay.
It's pretty high, right? Like
13.
it's
If it was
only
passive.
deception.
Yeah, because it's
You only
a
have a plus 3 to deception?
Yeah. I went into sleight of hand, intimidation, investigation.
Intimidation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
intimidation
That's
was my
fine.
charisma skill.
So she's aggressive. I mean, she's big and aggressive. But
I mean, I'm good at persuasion and deception. It's
you're
just
good at
not.
both. Yeah. Plus, you can get proficiency later if you want. What were you trying to do?
Just make myself look normal and not like a psychopathic
Just so when you
murderer.
go through.
So when we go through the
Okay.
gate.
So you get out. You got your.
Oh, I want to dispose whatever remains of whatever corpse. Like get some blood off the back seat. Like make it.
She can just hoover
also,
that up.
doesn't she just like
Yeah.
absorb that shit?
Yeah. We'll have
Sure.
Mistress clean.
You have prestidigitation, right?
No.
Isn't that how she?
I do.
You do. Okay. Either way, between the two of you, you can get out.
Wait,
How
no,
much
I do.
Fuel
I
does
thought
it
you
have
did,
left in the?
You're gonna be at 25%, but essentially once you park in Ebon Falls, you're out.
Okay, but there's enough to at least get in there. Is it?
You don't
mean,
want to
we-
get into a chase in Ebon Falls. You'll run out of
We
gas
could
or
refill it while
fuel
I'm doing
something.
my
Yeah.
thing.
Can I refill it while he's?
do you want to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay, it will be spent. Essentially, it just
Yep.
it fizzles when you pull it
Okay.
out of the housing. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay. So
Better to be safe than sorry.
Yes.
With
you,
that
you
fuel.
pull it out of there and it cracks apart because it pierces it
Mhm.
on the side. It starts to
Sucks
crack
all the
apart
juice.
and it uses up the last of the moonstone. But you put a new one in, 100 more miles will get you to Host and back. So yeah,
That's the plan.
you put another one in.
Out of retinol.
This is that one. This is what you just put in.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm making sure you don't pay me twice. Is what I'm saying. So.
Do we have any sheets or anything that we could toss over Vrax so it
You
looks
wanna
more like
toss it
he's
over
like
him?
a. It's a little harder to see what it is.
Well, I'll say this. You go to the back, the keys go out, and you stop. You open it up, and you step in, and you just are going to be able to find this, and he doesn't get to make a save. You don't have to make anything. He's asleep. He's motionless, and you're careful. If you stop, stop, stop.
This dog.
Yeah. He's like trying to get me, dude. I don't know what. Like, relax. As you do that, you're looking for some kind of thing to cover Vrak.
Yeah, like any kind of cloth or something
He's
we
big
could
boy.
toss
That
over him.
is the vehicle storage. There's probably 10 canvas in there.
Oh, true. We
You
have our
have-
tents
look in
and
it.
stuff.
That is the trunk of the land beast.
Oh.
You just start throwing shit on top of him.
Yeah, we have 2 tents. I'm
So you're
just
gonna
gonna
throw
Tuck it in
unfurled
all the way.
tents. Okay.
Just one.
This
yeah,
is
whatever it
literally Ernest Saves Christmas with the
Yeah.
snake truck.
takes. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
it is.
This is the snake truck.
What?
You haven't seen Ernest Saves Christmas?
No.
He has like hoses and he pretends to be he pretends to be snakes.
Yeah. Great.
He pretends to be
Jim
snakes. This is
Varney.
okay. So, okay. I'll say this. Let's do a survival check. Or a deception check, or both. 2 rolls.
I can do deception if someone wants to do survival.
Yeah.
I'm a 0 in both.
1 in survival.
Might as well be the twins. So the twins, you gather up a bunch of shit from the storage, and you start throwing it on Vrak to make it look like the trailer's just filled with a bunch of shit.
No, I mean it's fine if it looks like there's an animal. I just want.
So just the tarps.
I'm just trying to obscure what
He's
animal
like
it
a
might
sleepy horse
be.
under a blanket.
Yeah, or something.
Okay.
A sleepy hippo.
Rini still doesn't like that.
And an 8.
Actually, wait. No, she does. That's a huge... That was a success. Rini is woken up by this little girl snore. And you're taking the tent tarps. Now you're covering him or you're covering the wagon itself?
Him.
Him.
Okay. Like blankets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so deception and a survival.
12
8.
survival.
Deception.
So an average of 10. Okay.
I'm gonna have to kill a lot.
It's a
of
perfectly
people
average
when
just
night's over.
Our
guys.
story could be it's our friend and he doesn't like long car rides. so he
No,
sleeps
it's
in the
definitely not a
trailer.
friend. It's an animal.
Well,
though,
you
there
ha-
might be
you are in the
paperwork
last
for that,
hour.
isn't there?
It can't be a live animal. Say it is a dead animal, or like we went to Kraken Fest. Maybe we got some sort of
A
large
kraken head?
some large seafood something, some large what lives in the ocean? I don't know ocean things.
We need a lie.
We know science, what
quickly,
lives in the
and
ocean.
we need to agree on it.
I know human science. They don't live in the ocean. Not ocean science. It's not my thing.
We need an ocean science person for the team.
You could say it's something you're studying. Maybe.
It's an animal I'm studying, but if they want to check the animal
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
dead, then very soon.
Soon, could you actually go back to sleep or pretend to be asleep?
Okay.
Thank you.
She goes back to sleep. Okay.
The right guard, we don't even need a
So,
Oh, who has bribe money if we need it?
I do.
I have money. so-
We might want to overshoot it rather than undershoot it, because, you know.
Do you
We
think
don't want
this
to
would
insult the cops.
pay?
Can I, like, like, how big of a gem is this
how much does Ink give a shit about this kind of stuff? How much? What
a
do you
decent
think?
bit. She robs people, so she would be able.
Okay, I say go ahead and make a. What are you proficient in?
Let's see. Investigation, insight, perception.
I was gonna say insight naturally anyway. I think
Okay.
insight in this case isn't a people thing. I think you have proficiency in insight in this case. I'll say for the rest of the campaign, insight on sweetness. It's a sweetness check.
The
Sweetness
sweetness check. Aw,
Miss Arian.
me too.
I'll get him back.
10.
I know.
10? I mean, it's a damn. This is diamond. You could probably. This specifically, even with a 10, you know that this is spellcasting quality, which
Okay.
is quite valuable. So, yes.
I'll deal with it if we need to do that.
Yeah. Well, it could be. She looks rich, too. So, I mean, like. It's up to you guys. So,
I'm perfectly fine navigating it.
she's worried you're going to eat his face.
You want
I
this
won't.
jam?
Do
I
you want
won't
the.
eat any faces
Do you want this
unless
jam?
it's
Ooh,
absolutely
it smells like
necessary.
roses.
It's like an anglerfish.
An anglerfish, yeah.
Is this overshooting it too much, or is this possibly useful? And
She's
should we
looking-
hold
You're
on
very
to it?
confident in the diamond working because it's overshooting, but you don't know if it's not like the craziest thing you've ever seen, but it's overpaying. But maybe that's the point.
I think
Overpaying
that is a
is-
good call, and especially if you play it off like it's not a big deal to you, maybe they'll just think we are rich assholes, and
I mean,
that
it
they
really
got
isn't
lucky that they.
that big of a deal, I guess.
You
but
pretend it's not. She's not pretending.
It's not pretending.
I mean, I've
Perfect,
never,
you're-
I've never personally owned a diamond of this size. but-
Excellent. Use that. Channel it for your performance.
Your mother has like definitely diamonds like this.
Yeah.
So part of your dowry was probably diamonds. So
Mad I never get to
Rich
kill
people
that man.
get in their way again.
So we approach the 4th hour. Vrak does not get to save on this. He is out for an hour. So he won't wake up till you're in the city.
Oh boy.
And you've parked in wherever you decide to be.
Won't wake up or won't have a chance at waking up.
Well, that, yeah.
Okay. I was like,
He could fail, conceivably. He's got a pretty good constitution, but he could fail.
if we can stop at a drugstore, I might be able to get some stuff quick and
The Walgreens.
yeah.
In the middle of the night.
You have supplies at the
It's
warehouse,
either that or we. go
but
to
it
the
takes
warehouse.
you the parts of it takes a long rest to make these things. So
I have an idea for a lie, by the way.
Unless I can.
and you and I together are going to work on like essentially your concoctions, and I'm going to say you can start. I love the idea of you being able to crack above the table just for a second. Me and Alex talked about this class for years, and it started out with making a bunch of different concoctions and stuff, and I love the idea of bringing that back a little bit from the spirit of it. So I love the idea of you being able to make this kind of shit on long rests, like sedatives and different little concoction things. So
Do you still have those chips of the moon-like shit you pulled out of that kid's leg?
Yeah. I think I used some of it, but I still have some of it.
Do you have it like in a bag?
Probably would have left it in the warehouse.
you have moon chips, though.
Mhm.
What do you have machinations?
I was thinking a good lie. We could say it's some sort of livestock or something that you're bringing with you to study because it had that moon plague.
It's been a good line.
Of note, they know what Vrak looks like, so I know he's covered. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Like-
could say it has a sort of advanced moon plague, and that if they tried to open it and touch it at all, that they could catch some sort of
Bad idea.
contagious. You are a doctor, and if it's something diseased.
Why don't you guys get the lazy cop that just doesn't give a fuck?
Yeah.
Uh,
We can overplan. This is
I
fine.
agree. I also want to note that you have options to stay in the city. Different people, different places. It could be somewhere random. It could be the warehouse. Again, the rats do know Patty Olana's place back in the hanghouses, though you wouldn't be able to take the land beast up the
think we're just-
bridge.
We just want to go
Going
straight
straight
through.
to house.
You just want to go
The
straight
less
through.
time in the city,
Okay,
the better.
so if
Yeah.
you're not spending time in the city, here's what's going to happen though. You're going to have to make another check for your repair,
Okay.
and then you're going to have to make another one on their approach to host. Just so you guys know, if you don't spend
That's
time
fine.
stopping, that's fine. But you have advantage on it for now.
Okay.
Hit up a 7-Eleven, grab some energy drinks for chilling.
There you go. Yeah, I'm just as long as you guys all know these are your risks as you go. Okay, so you can continue that conversation. When you guys figure this out, I'm going to have one of you, and you can decide who that is, roll for cop. No modifier, it's just a roll. And it's random.
Is high or low good? Or do you have like 20 or is it a
Who's
range?
rolling for cop?
Randy or I haven't rolled yet.
Yeah, one of y'all
so-
roll for cop.
Do you
Are we
wanna-
good? Are we set?
Think so. So
Okay.
you resetted him, stated
I've got avenues that I'm going to attempt.
yes.
He's one of the big boys.
I mean, I'll
This
say you've
co-
done a
is this for
very good
cop?
job
Okay.
I'll sit in the front
managing
seat.
your time so far, so.
I'll sit in the front seat and
9.
be prepared.
That's middling.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like that face.
Watch
Or
it's,
maybe
it's,
I
it's
It could
do.
just be like, he's like, I
It's
like a
literally
stoner
gonna like be the
cop.
cop that fucking
Yeah,
knows
like-
me. He's gonna.
Or it's like worst case scenario. Fuck.
I have a selection of
See, the
Yeah.
problem with
silvers in
the
front
problem
of me.
with Jake's marks is either A, he thought of a funny cop character, or B, we're fucked. So it's like
Or both.
or both. Like
All right.
So, we approach. You can see the city of Ebon Falls. What you notice first, upon approach, is the lights.
Sting!
The lights start drowning out the sky. The night sky, which had been overcast, especially at the coast with all the constant storms. As you move away, especially now 4 hours or 3.5 hours away from the coast, it starts to clear up a little bit. It's still cold, quite cold in fact. There's frost on the windows. If you don't keep like the, I'll say it has heat. Just passive engine heat though. You don't have air conditioning. I don't think you have cooling, but you do have heat. And if you don't keep that on, it fogs up. And you can see there's a little bit of that mist that hangs over as the night air has cooled. And so the lights of the city, you can see the Blue Chalice, the main religious building at the top of the city as it cascades down, and then the bridge, I guess it comes right here, and then the bridge where the hanghouses are comes across and goes outside the city. The walls coming up here, you can see the lights. There seems to be some sort of municipal event happening tonight. Seems things have cooled off a little bit since the bounty has gone out on Vrak for the heist. They seem to have, there was a lot of activity when you left here, and it's a little bit calmer on the way in. Nonetheless, you are in a queue. There are vehicles, carts in front of you that start to get processed. You're about 4 in the back, and as you sort of pull up, the main gates are open. You could just go through, but there's a silver with a clipboard, and then there's 2 silvers up on the wall, both of which just sort of standing. They're not like pointing guns or anything. It's not a particularly militant situation. And then that behind the wall, there's likely other guards. So they use the wall as partial garrisons. They can walk the whole length of the wall all the way around, and this spirals all the way into the main city center. But you're headed into the southern side of the city towards the chips. So this is less secure than it would be if you went
To the rich
part of town. Also of note, you know this as a criminal and a person that just hangs out in town, and because you guys have gone through this a lot of times, you're never checked on the way out. You are always checked on the way in, and the thinking is, or at least you're always checked if the cops are, the thinking is, I'd rather they smuggle shit out of the city than into the city. That's obviously not how it works. It's just more bureaucracy getting in the way of just make people's lives better, but politics. So, you stop. Car gets pulled through. You all move up in queue. And behind you, in the distance, you just start to see the sparkling, twinkling lights of a vehicle in pursuit.
Oh, God.
That has been doing well.
Oh, God.
But you've been doing better. And they, by the way, your path that that Soren tried to kick and like cover, it slowed them down a little bit.
Hey.
You just gotta think about the plan at their level.
So you start seeing this, you start seeing this cop coming up, has a clipboard and everything, and is talking to people, and sets another one through. Next cart comes up. It's what looks to be just a cart with some people coming into the city late. They seem like a family or something. But this is when you can start hearing the officer. Good evening, I'm Officer Lindo.
I don't like that
Fucking new
word.
rookie cop.
Good evening, citizens.
Hello, officer.
Any contraband? This is not to you.
Oh,
This is to
sorry.
the car in front that you can start hearing. And you know Officer Lindo, not personally. You know that Officer Lindo is the gate guard. He is like the Boy Scout. Officer Lindo. Officer Lindo is the one police officer you know would never take a bribe and would be offended if you offered it. Probably other cops don't like this guy. He's so by the books.
Let's just fucking kidnap him, take him out.
Big cringe. And I will say,
I would say if we need to pull a charm,
I will say you
Oh my
also know, due to this, he also has a good reputation for not being a huge asshole to people.
Okay.
He
just-
genuinely
I'll
wants
try
to
and-
police.
If we just be nice and
If
for just
I
nice.
am a driver for you two,
I will just.
and we went
yeah.
to Kraken
I
Fest.
have my story straight.
We're good. Okay, I will try and act natural and the law-abiding citizen doing their job that they get paid fairly
I'm
for.
just going to look like myself, a rich woman. So.
Okay.
I'm just
Just
all
an
done up and
upstanding
nice and
citizen.
proper. And
Okay. As you approach, Officer Lindo comes up and he taps the hood on the metal. Oh, impressive looking vehicle here, citizens. Well, good evening there.
Good evening, officer.
Good
How are
evening,
you?
ma'am. Sir?
good evening.
Ma'am, sir?
Oh.
Young man? What can I do for you tonight coming on through?
Yep, just getting back from Kraken Fest.
Kraken Fest. Nice. Filling out the report from start to finish.
damn it.
Is looking at is taking down like any sort of details on the make and model. They don't have like license plates, but they do have like write a description. Usually people do truck, car. Like no, he's doing treads in the back, 2 tires up front.
It's the guy from
Estimated tonnage. And he goes, "Okay, Kraken Fest. You have a good time at Kraken Fest, everybody."
Pretty nice.
Very
Nice.
nice.
Oh, I see you got the shirt on. Oh, she's sleeping. That's cute.
Yeah, she's
That's
very tired.
adorable. Okay. Well, any contraband? Anything illegal coming into the city tonight?
No,
Nope.
sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Sure. Roll me a deception check. Another one can make it too. He'll make an insight check. Okay.
Damn, I actually have +4 deception.
Natural
I didn't even know.
23.
Okay.
23.
All right. And then he starts walking down. He starts looking, and he squats next to the. You see him squatting next to the tread, looking down. Then he clicks something on his on the front, and his badge lights up. You know that some of their badges, depending on the ones they have. Definitely the Boy Scouts. You can get something that holds your badge and also cast a light spell. And he just lights. Oh, an impressive set of treads on this. I haven't seen any off-road and stuff.
Oh,
What kind of
yeah.
engine this thing got in there? And he starts talking car stuff. We can pretend you know car stuff.
Sure.
You say car stuff back and forth. I don't know car stuff. We say car stuff back and forth to each other for a second. We don't have to pretend. And
Good role play.
yeah, great role play. We
I
can
sure
learn.
don't like those pistons that move.
We can learn this engine together if you'd like. I kind of like the idea of you playing like a car lady on accident because you were a cab driver.
And this is where the moon dust explodes.
This is the moon.
Moon carburetor.
This is the moon carburetor. This is the moon exhaust. It shits glitter.
The moon treads.
This is the moon windshield wiper fluid receptacle.
Yeah, it's all moon.
It's all moon.
Everything's moving.
It's a branding thing more than anything.
And he goes, all right, so what's the trailer? As he gets back around, he's shining the light on it and sort of looking in and looking back to you guys. It's dark out, so it's like
Yeah.
reflecting back. He doesn't have really a super good view. He's gonna roll a perception check. Okay.
It's a medical specimen.
Oh, what now? And he sort of comes back and he I'm gonna need a new thing. And you see him set the clipboard on like that back area where you're sort of sitting. He sets it up and he grabs another sheet from his side and he opens it up and he grabs like a secondary like notepad that has like like a yellow slip of paper that has a carbon copy or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna have to have a different form for that. No big deal. You don't have to pay anything or anything. Just let me write that up.
All right.
What kind of medical
It
specimen?
Well, we went out to Kraken Fest, and my brother's a doctor and
You're the doctor?
a
That's
researcher.
correct, yes.
All right, can I see your ID, sir?
And I'll
We have
hand
a
over my-
passport in there.
Yeah, you have a passport, so you do
Passport,
actually have that. You grabs a passport from you, flips it open. They're on the screen right now. That's actually Soren. Grabs it, looks at it.
Oh, your dexterity shit.
Hey, Mr. Baines. Dr. What'd you say?
Oh wow, your dexterity's not
It's
great.
on my passport, my dice card. Oh,
wow.
yeah, shit, Dex, I'm
I'm sorry.
Your AC's dog shit. Okay, here you go. Hands it back to you. Okay, if that's how you want to do it. I read on D&D Wiki that this is
suboptimal.
This is a
class
suboptimal class build.
Sorry, RPG bot. I failed
RPG
you.
bot. That's what it was. So goes over it. What is it?
So it's a corpse of an animal, dead animal, that well it seems to maybe have some sort of advanced type of moon plague.
And he goes,
Yeah, it's.
grabs his stuff and sort of moves back.
Yeah, you should.
Go ahead and roll a deception check as he looks in and tries to make a medicine check that he's not proficient in.
21.
Jesus.
21. He rolled a fucking 15. And he goes, what do you call it? What do you? What kind of animal?
It was God, it was a bit covered, so we couldn't quite tell, but perhaps a bear?
Some big fucking bear. Oh, excuse my language.
That's all right.
That's
I'm
fine.
sorry, there's children present.
She's sleeping. It's okay.
Oh, well.
It's.
All right, well.
So we want to study it, obviously.
Well, okay. Writes it up. Rips a piece of paper. He goes, all right, folks. Slaps the top of it. You go have a good day.
You as well.
Go ahead and you start moving forward. And he goes,
High five.
go ahead.
Huh?
High
Oh.
five. It's good shit.
Wait a second.
Oh.
And you stop.
Of course.
Hold on 1 minute there.
What's going on?
You see him walking, power walking.
Yeah.
Probably gonna notice the tread's fucked up or something.
Looks. And then holds his hand out for the paperback. I'm sorry about that. That's your copy. I gotta take this one. All right, y'all have a good night. All right, head on in.
I could have just kept going and took.
Isn't it funny if you got in a high-speed chase because he forgot to take his receipt? You got past Officer Good.
Hey, we did it.
And I will say, that the rules are they have to escort bounties to the bounty office and the sheriff station. So he would have had to be on the vehicle with you. I don't know how you're going to handle that. So, you don't have to deal with it.
I would have charmed him.
You made it through.
I would have just batted my
As you
eyelashes and he
enter
would have been corrupted by
Ebon
my evil magic.
Falls, and you start to make your way through the town. The gate starts to get smaller in the distance, and as you look out the back, whoever's in the back looking out the window, you do see a brown work van pull up right behind you. They were back by
Boy Scout
5
cop.
minutes.
Boy Scout cop.
Took 5 minutes for them to get there.
Come on, Boy Scout.
And they have the deal with the Boy Scouts. I'll be rolling that separately, but it's way better than them dealing with the lazy one, which is good for you and good for them. So right now, they're dealing with Officer Lindo.
Can you tell that we're all a bunch of white people who's dealt with cops before? I'm
Just
gonna
speak
be honest.
nice and white to them.
Yeah.
White and delightsome.
Just white and it's
Yep.
fine.
I hate that.
You have to participate in the caucasity to survive it. Oh yeah, I like raisins too. Got a box right here, and you hand them over.
Yeah.
I like my pigs sweet. What? So
I
yeah,
just
fat
told them I'm a
mu-
doctor, and they kind of just.
I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I gotta go do doctor
It
shit.
works.
Doctor.
Yeah, you're a healthcare hero.
I'm one
Dude,
for
I
one.
guarantee you some cops would let me go because I wore this. That's how fucking shitty cops are.
That is
I
kind
could
of
actually
funny,
commit
though,
a crime and they'd be like, nah, you're a Pistons fan. Dope.
They'd be like, oh
says
yeah,
you're a
bad
bad boy
boys
right on the
era.
shirt.
I'm a bad boy right here. I was already
So,
telling you.
They were fairly warned.
I hate that.
So, you get through the checkpoint into Ebon Falls. You start driving through the city. It will take a little bit of time because you have to drive the speed limit, go slow, but you know the ways to go to avoid essentially all the hot spots for cops and more attention take the long way around. You're not stopping anywhere?
Correct.
Okay, so we're driving straight through. I need two
Straight
people
through.
to roll d20s. Just get 10 or higher. That's for the tread.
Actually, you two do it this time.
Not great.
15.
8.
Oh,
8:15. Tread holds up.
Woo!
We're
You can
still
break
going.
down
Uh-oh.
outside of the city.
Uh-oh, gotta pee?
Yeah.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
It's just gonna pee off the side of the land beast.
It's fine.
Pee off the side of the land beast.
I don't think Isaac's that kind of guy. To be
I
honest.
peed off the side of a boat before.
Hell yeah.
In the ocean.
That's
or
one of the most
lake.
manly things
I don't
you
think.
can do.
I don't
Do
think
you
Isaac's
own the
whipping
lake
it
now?
out.
I mean, yeah.
Okay,
It's his territory. The fish respect him, for sure.
that's good.
Yeah, definitely the fish respect me.
They have to. They have to swim in your pee.
Yeah, well, I
That's
swim in
just
there
the
pee
law
too.
of nature. If you pee on it, you own it.
Does that mean everyone collectively owns every toilet you've ever pissed in?
Yeah. Toilets are the only true communism.
Toilets are public property.
That's our piss and shit. The sewers really are.
Yeah.
They always say, like, in the commune, oh, how are you gonna do
Sewer socialism.
sewer socialism?
We figured out what sewer socialism is.
The body fluids are the socialists.
Lord.
Okay, so heading through, you're heading straight to host.
He keeps trying to talk us out of it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I think it's fascinating.
Reverend Gill is my best friend, okay?
I love it.
I
We
would
will
not
never
go that
regret
far,
this
but
ever.
Look, you just get in good with the weirdos, and
Look.
then when they start taking over the world, then you're right there with
Yeah,
them.
keep your enemies closer, okay?
and that's
I
when all
love
ended
the
up with
amount of
fire
eggs
sex.
in Reverend Gill's basket due to you, okay? I love it.
Some of those eggs will be inside of us.
If you want them to be.
Yeah.
He has already said it's our consent to have
It is
the eggs inside of us.
100% your
And I
choice to
respect that,
join
ma'am.
the
Until he
Church of Nothing.
Erodes our sanity until we just do it.
Yeah,
Good luck.
He's playing the long.
yeah.
Can't erode what you don't have.
He doesn't have a body he can even control in that way for me, so.
You don't know what offerings the Lord of Nothing has for you.
He could absorb your goo. He's goo. He could absorb your goo.
As you...
We respect each other as goo people.
we
I don't think
respect
that's how
each
that
other
works.
As goo people.
Yes.
You're completely different kinds of goo.
So, you think just because we're
He's
made
a
out
goo
of different
racist.
goo, that we can't get along? Like, we can't find a commonality between us because,
Because you're viscous?
yes.
I hope that works out for you.
As you approach,
Also, maybe
town
the
of
southern
Host.
accent does it for me a little,
in
you know?
between, as you exit Ebon Falls and are on the way to host, this takes an hour. I need another 2 tread checks, 2 d20s, as you exit
Let's
the
go.
city and...
Fuck.
That's a nat one.
Is this something... Then no, I only have one...
You have a hit
Do
dice?
it.
I have
Give
one
it your
hit
soul.
dice.
This is
Do it.
not a
Do
skill
it.
check. This is just...
Okay.
This is just
I
the
got
universe.
a 5.
This
so
is the universe.
Oof.
That's
And the universe. This is fascinating.
The universe says fuck.
The universe says
Are we in the city? We're leaving the city and we're breaking down?
you've left the city.
Oh,
You are
no.
on the
Okay.
road
That's-
from Ebon Falls to Host, the 30 or so
Okay.
mile stretch, to get to Host. So you're passing through the farmsteads and this open country. It's not desolate around here, but it is, it's even later than it was before. So it's got to be like 1:30 at this point, close to 1:30. So we're in the dead of night, and as you are driving, you roll a 1 and you roll a 5. Ink, your repair fails. You hear a and then a I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw as the
Time to stress eat.
Stop rolling.
No, this one was the one I
Oh,
rolled.
okay, good.
24.
And you manage to slow down, and you can feel already the tread fell off, and it got left behind. Here's what happens.
It's okay, because we're going to go see
Our tabaxi friend.
Flash, our tabaxi friend.
With advantage, Vrack is going to make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
The sedative is too strong.
Yes!
Such a good
Too
doctor.
strong.
Doctor ever.
Best doctor ever.
Too strong as he sleeps through this. I can't believe it. He has such good constitution. Okay, so he gets moved over. The tread is off. Let me see how the Rat Gang's doing. While you guys discuss what you're gonna do, so here's what's gotta happen. We need someone to grab the tread and pull it over with an athletics check.
I'll try.
Hold on. We need somebody to align the tread because you're gonna have to back the thing over it, and then pull it up, and then we need someone to fasten it, which will take a sleight of hand.
Oh wait, I should
What's
do
the
that
backing
one.
over? Is that just like a driving
Athletics,
check?
perception, sleight of hand.
I should do the third one if I do any.
So, as you're trying to do that, and you don't have the complication of Vrack
What's
trying
your sleight of hand?
to fuck with
Plus
you guys
five.
because he's
Oh,
not
so
awake.
it's
So,
okay. My perception's only +1.
Me too.
I have a
every
negative
single
perception.
check will take 5 minutes.
What? Okay.
0.
It'd be harder for him to track us, though, hypothetically, because we went through
They
the
don't know
city.
where you're going.
Yeah.
They still have to. I'm gonna roll for you
Can
guys.
we-
While you guys discuss what you're gonna do,
They have to find
I'm gonna roll
in
for
the
Rat
city where we
Gang
went.
because they have. Okay, so they have the good cop. What he's doing tonight? Trying to find these fucking guys.
Oh no.
That would be such a weird thing to say to a cop.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Terrible
what are you
idea.
doing? Those
They
were
probably wouldn't
upstanding citizens.
At least 2 of them looked wealthy.
Yeah, 2 of them were wealthy and
Okay.
white, so.
Okay, so I know how the conversation went.
Can we know later? I'd like to know.
I need to know.
So-
I almost want you to roleplay this out so we can.
So-
I have a question.
Yes.
So on the athletics check,
Mhm.
can we have 2 people grab and pull it? Because we only need 3 people total.
I'll say
technically.
any one of these can have someone else help you.
Okay.
That's
So,
a good question.
I'll do the sleight of hand.
So we have an athletics, a perception, a sleight of hand, and I'll tell you right now, the DC to me is 12.
Okay.
I'll do perception, I guess.
Randy, you wanna
I
double
love
up
telling
the-
you
the
guys that.
athletics?
That's something that Brandon
Unless
Lee
you have
Mulligan
better
does, and I
perception.
feel like it
I'm
adds
bad
so
at
much
everything,
drama
so-
to you guys. Those
Okay.
rolls.
What?
We're gonna double
Telling you
up.
the DC sometimes.
We're gonna
not all
double
the time.
up on the athletics.
What is that?
Fuck! Wait, it's cocked. It's not on the. Okay.
We're doubling the athletics up.
I'll give you advantage if I can.
Okay.
You advantage.
It's a nat 1, so 2.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
15 for athletics.
Okay.
What?
You good?
Okay.
You're just still pointing at me,
Oh,
so I was like,
that's-
want to make sure.
That's
So
not great.
athletics with advantage. So the 2 of you pull it over, and you're going to be on the other side when it's aligned. You're trying to get it aligned as you're like, no, move it this way. You're in the back, sort of like doing this, and at the end you have to tap it in. So
I'm doing the thing at the end, right?
yeah. So you align it. What was the perception?
That's not perception. I didn't do alignment.
Who did?
I did sleight of hand.
Hannah did
Oh,
perception.
you did perception.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. And you did sleight of hand. Okay, so before you can even get to your sleight of hand, the perception is you're in the truck trying to back this up, and it's not working. You have to pull forward and realign. So go ahead and make another perception check.
Can I do like the?
I mean, you're already you're already
Okay,
doing the
I
athletic
wanna
checks,
make
but
sure.
yes, you're doing that. You just won't
Okay.
give her advantage. 6. It's not working. It's not working. Oh no. Oh no. And I'll say at this point, you start seeing lights
Oh,
in the distance.
Bro, are we blowing a 3-1 lead?
Yeah, 28-3 lead.
I will say at this point, because you have done the athletics checks, you can confer advantage to her now, because you essentially
Yeah.
have got this. You're gonna have to re-roll your sleight of hand though, because it's got to be realigned. So you have to re-roll this one. If she gets it, you have to wait.
Okay.
You have advantage now.
You have advantage.
okay. 13.
13 is enough. Go ahead and roll your sleight of hand check.
That's a 24.
So, 5 minutes. They're close. They're
Oh, shine.
coming in behind, but you get this. Finally, you back it up, and you guys hold it together as you ting 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 really quick in It's going to hold again.
All right, let's go.
We need more than just these quick repairs to keep this going.
Yeah.
You're going to keep going. And as you continue forward to host, we need to do one more set of rolls. Tread rolls. I need 2 D20s from any 2 people
Someone who's rolling
to
better
see
than
if
me.
the treads hold up before you get into host. If you get into host, you have a suspicion that the Rat Gang is not going to follow you into this town.
Go, Twits, go. You were born on third base.
What's that?
anyway.
6.
14.
14!
We did it.
The tread holds together the repair. You can still feel it in the steering wheel as you try very hard to keep that left tread from bouncing and going through too much torque. There's sometimes you can't help it, but it holds up as you get into the town of Host. Pulling in the middle of the night, you see the church. You see the glass orb at the top of the church steeple filled with red crimson with a slight glow to it in the moonlight.
Hey, wave.
You see Gila, the lonely moon, hanging in the sky, peeking out from behind the partly cloudy clouds, I guess. Partly cloudy clouds? Partly cloudy sky. And you park.
This one
in
want to
f-
watch the thing just in case.
In front of the warehouse and the sort of the garage that Host has there. And when you do, some lights around town, and then all of them.
I love it.
Oh, fuck.
Stepping out of his home in his robes, his holy vestments, as always. Boots underneath with the heel. You can hear the...
Is the goop empty? Is the ball
No, the ball goop's still there.
Okay.
As Reverend Gill walks out, his beard big and wide, his frail, thin form, his gaunt features, his high cheekbones, his hair pulled back into a bun. Looks like a cult leader. Family, welcome. Such a late...
Sorry to intrude
Visit.
so late.
He holds his hand up. And it's at this point you realize in the shadows in the town in front of you and behind you, you hear footsteps come to a stop all at once. And then recede
I love it.
back into their homes.
I'm just gonna act like that didn't happen.
Brothers, come this way. As he waves to someone not you. Well, good evening, family.
Well, we'll have you know we are being chased and followed, probably, so just be on the
Being
lookout.
chased and followed.
Some rats.
One moment, please. Jeremiah. And you see a young man. You see a young man come up. You say rats?
Rats.
Rat like rat gang or
Rat gang.
you see a young man come up. He has that sort of like just a beard down here, no mustache, like young man, can't quite grow it in. He is wearing like farming clothes. He comes up, he has like little freckles, maybe 16 years old. Jeremiah, would you and your friends go ahead and go out to the road, take a couple of defensive implements, and protect our border? Thank you. They'll take care of that.
We appreciate it.
Of course. You are friends of Host. Seems you have some tremendous cargo in the back. Would you like to come in for some tea?
Yes, please.
It's quite late, and we're keeping the good people up. And then Rini peeks her head out.
I'm gonna kind of signal as subtly as I can, like just stay.
Oh, you have such a young child with you. Come, child, come on down.
She is sleeping. Could we maybe let
I'm
her
fine.
sleep? We've had a very.
And she jumps out.
Oh no!
Rini?
This is a bad call.
Yeah.
Can you hold my hand while we're here?
She grabs your hand. She starts walking.
I'll just, you know.
Okay. And you agree to go in to have tea with Reverend Gill. Okay. I'm just making sure you did. We have. Let me mark this.
What?
There are trees. There are trees to this conversation.
Oh.
I'm just making sure I mark my spot.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Nice.
As
Yes,
you
dialogue.
as you agree to come in, and he sort of guides you into his home. In what feels like a blur of moments, you find yourselves sitting with Reverend Gill at his dinner table. One that was definitely not in the house last time you visited. And it's covered in a full country supper. It's odd that it was prepared already at 1:30 in the evening. Roast chicken, rolls, potatoes, water, and at the center of the table is a single decanter filled with red liquid. So, family, you come to my town in the middle of the night, yet again unannounced. And don't get me wrong, this is not me upset. I was already awake, so happy to have you here. Would have appreciated a little bit of a communique.
Well, it was a bit unplanned and a little last minute.
Well, the town of Host and myself are always here to help friends of the family.
We actually came because this partially involves you. You know the job we did for you a little bit back? I do not know if you're aware, but certain...
Are you eating?
I am not.
No,
I don't have to eat, so.
Don't have an appetite.
So it's not even weird that I'm not eating, you know, I'm just kind of.
Sure, yeah. Smells
We
good.
ran into a bit of trouble because of that. Well, Rossi wanted us to hunt down who killed his men in the heist,
Dante.
which would have framed us.
Yes, of course, it was you.
Well,
And
The Silvers seem to think it was the Rat Gang.
Rat Gang. That's why the rats are pursuing you.
We may...
so we thought it best that, well, we turn in the bounty. Rossi thinks
Who's
it's
the bounty
Rat
on?
Gang.
Vrak. The cargo.
You have
Yes.
Vrak in there.
Yes.
We do.
For as long
do.
as he stays asleep, yeah.
And we are meant to turn him over to Rossi.
But he knows that he did not steal that.
Yes.
And you're going to hand him over to Rossi.
And that is why we came to see you.
And you propose that I do what with...
Well, we know that you like to consume memories, so we were hoping that you would perhaps
Consume? Interesting.
take a couple of his.
Plus, you could maybe make him a member of your family.
Or if you're capable of planting memories, you could use him to point the finger someplace advantageous for you.
He sits back. Excuse me for a moment. Please help yourself. Make yourself at home. What's mine is yours. And he gets up and he heads out the front door. And he leaves you in the dining room with a full spread.
Of course he does.
And in the other room is his office, and a desk, and a chair, and on that desk is a book that made you sick. But he left it, and he doesn't care. He walks out the front door. What do you do when he walks out the front door? Do
Is
you
it-
eat?
No.
Fuck that.
Could you perhaps have Mr. Buttons keep an eye on our cargo?
Yes. I'll have Mr. Buttons pop out and...
Rini goes,
You shouldn't...
No.
Oh.
No. Rini, we did not tell you about this. We
look at the biscuit.
Don't look at it.
Don't eat anything from here, please. If you need food,
You
I
hear
can-
her tummy go.
I will hand her. I have rations. I will be like, you need to eat this quick without him seeing, because it would be weird. But
How about this?
Oh wait.
When we get back, you can go to a bakery and pick
We'll
out
get
a
you
bunch of stuff.
whatever you want.
Okay.
it is for your own safety, I assure you.
So what do you do? You're sending Mr. Buttons out after him?
No, I'm sending Mr. Buttons out to sit on the cargo.
Right when Gil goes out?
We should just trust the Reverend.
But it's more about I want to make sure Vrack doesn't wake up and start.
Do you want Mr. Buttons to slip under the door? Okay. So
I'll just have him goop outside and
goops
then
out.
That's fair.
And he looks out. Are you looking or listening?
listening.
You're listening.
I want to listen for if
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
if Vrack wakes up or something. With Mr. Buttons's. What is his
But
perception?
you are perception.
Oh no, it's
You're inhabiting his shit. So.
So it'd be 9.
9. Okay. You hear the Reverend walk away. And you hear him say something to a couple of the other churchgoers that are there. Then you hear footsteps move around. And then you hear dum, 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 on the trailer. Vrack. Brother Vrack. And you hear there's a little bit of like a like grumbling, like being woken up and like groggy from this shit. And then you hear Vrack's voice. And go ahead and roll an insight check.
No.
I don't think so.
No. Ooh, insight?
Uh-huh.
There's no way.
You wouldn't make
14.
14. You hear genuine confusion in Vrack's voice. Jackie? It's good to see you, Brother Vrack. How's a dead man standing in front of me? What is this? Looks back, and you can hear him like breathing hard. And then you hear some of the footsteps get a little restless. And then Reverend Gil, don't worry. Vrack here will not be a problem, will he? The fuck? Why don't you all take him to the feasting hall and I'll meet you there in 2 shakes. And you hear your lock easily unlocked. You hear the door open. All right, on with you. Follow these boys. Be good. And Vrack goes, what the fuck? And just follows. And you can hear his largeness along with the others go. He's still groggy, and you can hear him almost like stumble. And I helped the boy up. He's looks a little worse for wear. They walk, and you hear this big steel door open in the garage/warehouse thing that was shut to you before, where Ijar Gerald said there were Ijars. You hear that open up, and then it closes. And then you hear Reverend walk back. And then he stops, as you can hear purrs. And the door opens, and he's holding Mr. Buttons.
That's okay.
And he comes back, and he walks in, and he sits down holding Mr. Buttons. Well, I have some ideas on what we can do with our friend.
We do.
Now, what? Oh, I'm sorry,
Sorry.
darling.
We do need to bring him back. With
Of
us
course.
To collect a bounty.
Yes, and you want to do so from Dante, Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
I
That
would
was
like
the
to
plan.
take his money, yes.
And so you ask me to do this for you. Come to my home in need of a service. I'm wondering as to the nature of the request. May I ask why? Just the money?
Yes. Honestly.
Okay.
Is that bad?
No. Now, for me, of course, as a man of, well, a little faith, I, of course, don't value money in the way that many do. However, I understand that places that we live require it for certain comforts in life, and, well, I wish that for you as well. And Mr. Rossi is in no need of extra coin. I have no qualms with you doing this from him. And Vrack is not a very savory character either. Not certainly looked well upon by my lord, maybe not any others. And as money does not interest me as such, you can have all the bounty. I do not mind or care. But I will need something else.
Understandable.
And what would that be?
Well, two things. The first is most important. When you take Brother Vrack back to Dante, I ask that you convince Dante to allow Vrack the mercy of prison. He'll be able to recoup his bounty coin from the Silvers, essentially breaking even against you. It would mean a great deal to me personally.
Understandable.
All
Do
right.
that for me,
We will.
Of course.
and one day I will call for you.
Another favor?
A favor. Friends, helping mutually.
Favor for a favor. Makes sense.
Fair enough.
Yes. I think this is beneficial to us all.
Yes.
Agreed.
Not hungry.
We've had a long.
Long day.
I'm
The
not very.
adrenaline is still carrying.
I had a rat on the way over.
Well, I hope it was good eating. Well, you're more than welcome to stay at the gym for the evening, and I think in the morning you could use some repairs. As he looks over the tread, and you've essentially like got this bar in there, and
Yeah,
it's just
we
like
should
bent
stay.
and shitty. It like looks shitty at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
Spend
perhaps-
some time tomorrow. All right, we'll
So-
take care of Rack for you, and have you out of here by mid morning.
Sounds good.
That sounds good.
Thank you for the hospitality.
Of course. You're part of the family. Well, y'all have a good evening. I'm gonna go talk to our friend. Please follow me as he
Might I have
hands the
my-
cat back before you even ask.
Yeah.
And he opens the door and ushers you all out. Shuts it behind you. Doesn't lock it. And begins to walk. He says, "Have a wonderful night." As you do you leave the land beast there and just walk to the gym?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you walk to the gym. You are ushered in, and as you walk through, there are just 2 keys laid out for 2 rooms already.
Okay.
No one else is there. As you head up, open your rooms, and you can take a rest if you wish.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to do tonight besides a rest?
Bath.
A bath?
Just fucking soap.
There's baths.
I'll launder our clothes if I could do that.
Sure.
You know, in any way, so that we we feel fresh tomorrow.
Yeah.
I imagine. Oh, after fighting, there's no way Isabella doesn't have like chips of paint or whatever she might have to go over. So I think she'd reapply.
Yeah, I would do my little check too to make sure nothing is like seriously damaged.
Yeah.
You guys go over that. I'm assuming no one's got critical hit points this whole time. What did we end up with just by just asking after the fight? What was your 4 hit points?
Before
I was only missing
before the short
1 hit
rest.
point.
9.
Damn.
But I was also
You don't have
like
to remember.
in the cycle
Period.
at points.
I didn't
so
take a lot of damage, and I had a lot of temp hit points I chewed through before.
I think it'd be interesting.
I had 17 at the beginning of the session, but I think I was lower, and then
I was
after
resistant to
continued on.
piercing, and like
Yeah, me
I
So
want to say I
the-
got down to 2.
it wasn't bad.
It was close.
I will say, as part of this, I didn't cut it, but you took a rat bag. As you ran out of there, you did an investigation
shit.
check for chests. The chests were filled with like goo and other things, but you did find a bag.
What's in the rat bag?
It's called Rat Bag.
I'll just read it. This bag of dirty, stitched-together scraps of leather and cloth is slung over the shoulder. Though ugly, it's surprisingly spacious. You gain +2 to your normal carrying capacity.
Hey!
You get all the
That
rat stuff for some
stuff.
reason.
The cat
Always the
lady
rat
has all
stuff.
the rat things.
There's items in this.
This is funny.
Pickled egg keg. +1 HP whenever you eat one. 3 basic food. Smellin' jar. A swirling mass of what looks like white and red rotting meat in a green sludge fluid. The jar has the words "smellin' jar" inscribed on it.
I know what that rat does with it, and I think it's funny.
Throw it 30 feet in any direction. Exploding in a 10-foot radius from impact, each creature must make a con save 12 or begin
vomit.
retching in disgust. Moon dust, 1 serving, 2 actions to take a short rest.
fuck.
I'm changing that, by the way. It's
Okay.
2 actions to take a short rest. So you can do it in a fight.
Okay.
So you gotta light it and then fucking.
Roll
Suck it up.
2d20 for moon plague.
So 2 actions.
Rusty bullets, +1 your misfire score, 1d8 poison damage. Okay, nice. Okay, rat bag. Have.
Yeah. So you're going to bed. How are the rooms? How do you want to split them up? You have 2 of them.
I just assume it's us and the twins.
Yeah,
Twins
that's
and
what
one.
I've been assuming.
Where's Rini going?
I'll
Rini with me.
Yeah, she can sleep in
She
her
doesn't need a
bed
bed,
because
so
she's in
yeah.
a bed. So.
Oh,
Oh,
true.
yeah.
True.
That makes sense.
Okay.
And I can watch her all night.
Yep.
All right.
Good call.
So I'm gonna make sure she doesn't get up and do anything.
I was more concerned she'd get kidnapped in this creepy cult town.
She was very excited that she was young.
Oh fuck. Don't read into it, okay?
He is a cult leader. I mean,
Wowzers. Wow. That is not canon. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna let you guys know right now.
Fun
He's not a
fiction cult
pedophile.
leaders, not real life awful ones.
I'm gonna let you guys know right now that Reverend Gill is not a sexual being.
okay.
Perfect.
Damn, fuck.
He's not a sex
The
cult
goo
leader, he's
guy's
an
not a
evil magic
sexual
cult leader.
being.
He could be for you.
You're
can
not a
fix
sexual
him.
being either.
We'll have some weird asexual form of love.
Why is she? She just likes the voice I do for it.
Yeah.
It's that and Rossi, those two. I hate that they hate each other.
They're
I'll
friends.
unite them both.
Oh god.
If you want to
The
make them
polycule
friends,
from hell.
where none of them touch each other. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just friends. We're just friends at that point. We're not romantic. We're not sexual.
Now I want
We
to
hang out,
be
though.
the leader of a crime syndicate in which they're my 2 arms of the fucking...
Okay, well, that's what you're trying to do then. So, as you take some rests, is there anything anybody wants to do during this night, or we just knock it out? I mean, a lot of you guys are just tired, right?
Knocking out.
Just
Okay.
watching Rainy.
Okay.
How many? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
How
go
many hit dice do we get back over a
Half.
long rest? Half.
Half rounded up. So you get 2. You're level 3, right?
Oh, thank God my death saves reset.
I'm gonna shot Max.
Do we roll hit dice for like temp HP?
Long
this
rest?
No. Only do that when you have full
Okay.
hit dice, and
Gotcha.
then you can take an extended rest. Does that make
okay.
sense? A full rest.
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you don't have full hit dice, you can't do that.
Gotcha.
As sort of I'm healing from fights thing. Okay, so you all start to sleep. You're up for a while. As you are sitting there, Isabella, you start hearing like a
Crying.
you hear Rini crying.
I'll reach over.
The window's open, and as you sort of lean over, she's sort of like on her side looking out the window, just sort of out. You just see the moon out, just the light from it. You see the sky. She's just sort of crying and looking out.
I assume I'm probably up reading.
Yeah, you're up for sure. I mean, you
So-
don't have a rest period, so.
Yeah, so I will just sort of look over. Is everything alright?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you crying?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
21.
It's dumb.
What do you mean it's...
She starts laughing a little bit, and then you see Honeycat was curled up next to her, and then sort of climbs up. His little wings sort of stretch out. Curls back up and sleeps. She sits up. She grabs him. It's stupid. And did you sit down or something with her? I don't know what Isabella would do here. I know what all your other characters would do. I don't know what Isabella does when a child starts crying.
Yeah.
Callie would be like, "Deuces, I'm good."
Fucking
Kids.
yeah.
No, actually...
Now she would.
No,
Okay.
Kali's actually very protective of children. So...
Rich ones.
It is wrong.
Okay, it took a second though. You see.
it depends on the kid.
There was hesitation.
She's young enough that she's disconnected from it.
I think you'd see. I think Isabella sees a little bit of similarity.
Yeah. Why do you think it's stupid?
You look out, and it's just a night sky, and the full, partially full, Gila, the moon. It makes me sad. They call it the lonely moon.
Because there used to be 2.
Yeah. I'm gonna need to go back home soon. But I don't want to.
Why'd you run away?
We had a fight. They're always so protective, you know. Mom calls me her miracle child. Elves don't have kids a lot, so. Yeah.
Well,
Dad's protective. They're nice. They just don't let me do stuff. I've never seen any of the stuff that you guys do. I've never seen any of it. It's crazy. I didn't know people got that big. And she sort of points down to where Vrak is being kept. Like, you guys kept me safe. And also, I don't want them to think that you guys did anything wrong. So I don't want to get you guys in trouble for me. You guys didn't do anything. I snuck into your... whatever that is. What is that?
Land
The land
beast?
beast? Okay. Well, I always fly everywhere, so it's different.
I mean, is there a way you could...
Yes.
Do you already have
Sort
a...
of goes like this. Pulls a necklace out. If I take this off, they'll know where I'm at immediately. I've always been safe. But then he'll show up.
Well, we should probably do that. Well, you should do that away from us when we get back to town. I understand parents are a lot to deal with. They are often right, but it's just a very dangerous world out there. I think you've seen that now.
Yeah.
So you don't have to respect them,
She laughs.
but you
My
have to
parents are the Empress and Emperor.
wait. Yes?
I have to respect them.
The one parent group you have to.
She whispers that so faintly. I'll go back. But Can I write to you? And she sort of gets teary.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. She was like embarrassed to say it. I don't have a lot of friends. I mean, I do, but I don't. They're like,
You should probably...
oh, look at this person, this fancy governor's daughter. I don't want to hang out with her. I don't even know her. Let me go to normal school.
gonna just, like-
and she just starts to cry.
I'm just gonna put like a hand on her
You-
back and
if
like
you
kind
let
of
her, she'll
awkwardly pat her.
she'll vent her teenage
Yeah,
angst
we'll
to you
just
for a
let
good
it go.
15 minutes before she calms down.
I'll relate and tell her a couple stories about how I wasn't allowed to go anywhere because I had helicopter parents. We just kind of have a catharsis in that moment. Rich parents.
I was kept in a glass cube for an indeterminate amount of time. I know how you feel, darling. As Mistress speaks up. Thank you. She starts to snore in your arm. And she passes out.
Gently tuck her back in.
Just emotionally exhausted from her buildup of teen hormones
Yeah.
and anxiety and run away. And as that resolves, you all awake in the morning fully rested. You have so the way this works is this rules is written. You guys have to just give full hit points. You guys get a half your hit dice back, and then you roll them to heal. That's how full rests work. That's how long rests work in D&D.
I was already at full.
Well,
before.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter
So?
right now. But in the future, we're gonna do that. We're gonna get better at that because you guys haven't done super. Delves is super important.
Mm-hmm.
This is not that important unless you choose violence at some point.
I'm good. Skip the violence for a bit.
Skip the
I'm not a big
violence.
violence
We have
guy.
very, very concentrated violence.
Very well as 2 warlocks on the team. Yeah, real quick violence. 2 rounds of intense violence
That's what I'm good for.
is what warlocks are at.
12 seconds of violence.
That is, dude. And someday it's gonna be 18.
Fuck, watch out.
Look out.
Dude, and then you get the Mystic Arcana. That's real big news. So, you awake in the morning. It is daytime in Host. And if I am allowed to open my... Yeah. You awake in the morning to a beautiful country sunrise. You hear the bong, bong of the church bell underneath the orb ringing as churchgoers head to the Church of Nothing in the center of the town of Host. What a glorious morning! The warm smell of morning breads and worship, the songs of worship, as you awaken a little bit later than the service started, so you don't have to go or attend if you don't want to. As you hear the sermon, you sleep a little bit longer. Sermon breaks out, and that's when the town gets a little bit noisier, and all of you, sort of forced by the din of the town's bustle, to sort of roll out of bed. It's about that mid-morning. You're probably going to have to get up and go soon. So you roll out of bed around 9, get your good sleep in, and you head down, unless you want to stay up here for any reason. Head down and head over to Reverend Gill to get Vrack, or you want to do something else?
I would have cleaned Rainy's dress overnight.
Sure.
So that she can wear her nice shit for tomorrow when she'll probably end up going. So
Cool.
Yeah, everyone's freshened up. Crisp.
Chris. Okay. You do that. You head over to Reverend Gill, and he's awaiting you in front of the land beast, which has already been fixed by that tabaxi mechanic. We took the opportunity to fix that for you. It was real easy, and then the tabaxi looks up. Yes, it was very easy, no problem at all. Took care of it. I like the fix that you did. It held up. It was actually pretty good. But you're keeping my baby in top shape, and I appreciate you bringing her back. She's been so good for you. Yes, she has. Goes like this. I also took the opportunity to check all your fluids and redo your tires, and he took very good care of it. And you had like a little chip, so I replaced the, you see like a little piece of glass in the rear has been replaced. And also, and he holds up 2 rat crossbow bolts. These were in the back, so I plugged those holes for you and got this taken care of. Watch out for those rats, you know what I mean? And he's sort of like, oh, what a fucking good shot.
Speaking
And he
of
throws those away.
we need to go pick ours up.
Yes. Well, he's already in the back, and you look, and he's already in the trailer, and he is sitting politely.
Oh boy. Alright.
So, Vrack feels very guilty about his theft of Mr. Rossi's things and stealing those vials, don't you? Yes. And you're gonna tell Mr. Rossi that you did it because you feel so guilty about it. And these people are gonna advocate for your mercy. And you'll spend a long time in prison getting to become a better person. And looking to change your ways a little bit. And when you're reformed, you can come on back here and we'll have a life for you. He goes, okay.
It's about to be a new fucking prison gang, boys.
Oh no.
And
No.
he looks at at all of you and goes, well, thank you very much for taking care of my good buddy Vrack. He's not always been the most savory of characters. And, well, I call him good buddy out loud, but that's more of a aspirational aspect of our relationship. He was not a very resistant individual to the Lord's blessings. He should get the job done for you. Now you just make sure Dante doesn't kill his ass.
I'll do my best.
Pardon my language.
We'll argue on his behalf.
I appreciate that very much. Well, about time to hit the old dusty trail, I think.
Absolutely.
Your kindness is appreciated.
Thank
as
you
always.
again.
You want for nothing here in this town. Have a good day.
You too.
And may the Lord be with you on your travels.
You as well.
And he turns and he walks into his house along with a couple parishioners that he goes, "Oh, Betsy, Gerald, come in. Yes, I forgot. We had a discussion to have. And now I hear you have problems with your marriage." And he pulls them into it. So you are free to take the land beast along with a docile and cooperative Vrak.
But now, how do we get back into the city in the daylight?
I think we stick with our plan of somebody going in to request Rossi's assistance.
Yes. Sure, that sounds
Bad
good.
idea.
He must have smuggling networks into the city.
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
Once we are far out of post, I have things to say, so...
Okay.
So,
Bear in mind that Frack doesn't hear it. Just so, you know.
you
If it's not
pull
something-
away. I mean, you're in the cab. This has a top to it. It's just
Oh,
not
okay.
on there because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
hard to put the minis in. I mean, there was a version that you could have printed with the had that, but we decided that it should
This is
be
more
open.
fun.
Because you can take off the top as well. So, like an SUV.
Yeah, we'll have the top up and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would be
It's being
private.
the
Well,
cab.
you know,
Yeah. It's cold out. I see you had it up last night. So, you're driving back to Ebon Falls. You are out of earshot of anybody except yourselves. Reenie's in the cab with you.
So, I don't mind if she hears.
Yeah.
So, that went exactly as I thought it would. Now, we have an option. We can let Vrak live and advocate on his behalf, or we tip Rossi off, kill Vrak,
and say we couldn't.
couldn't do anything about it.
Rossi was dead set.
I think we're better off letting him live because if we also get him to live, then he will be turned into the Silvers. The investigation on what actually happened will stop,
True.
That's a good point.
and
That's a
then the
good
heat
point.
is entirely off us.
Problem.
Officially.
If he is in a prison, we don't know what he'll turn into. But it seems like Reverend
You
Gill was
can-
very excited about
You
it.
can do like detect magics and investigations on him, medicine checks if you
I
want to
kind
investigate
of
your
assume
prisoner.
he's going to proselytize to the prisoners.
He doesn't seem religious.
I don't
He's
think
just
it's
docile.
that. I think it's
Right, but
You can
Remember,
identify him if to know spells.
the
You
thing
can
in
detect.
him. It just sort of like grew, right?
Yeah, it just sort of fed on memories.
So if
Never
that's
found out exactly what happens when it's full. But
Would you like to inspect Vrak?
I think what happens is those little hollow people, possibly,
yeah, I thought about that.
like they're
Possibly.
born. We do know that giving Vrak to Gil is giving him power, right?
Yes.
but it could happen with any other prisoner beforehand too.
Well, if we make Gil too powerful,
If Gil wants someone in the prison, and if he does control people, all he has to do is control anyone in the city, have them commit a very obvious violent crime, and get them in there.
It wouldn't be hard at all.
We would not prevent him from doing this. It would maybe take him longer, but either way, he's going to get there. If it also gets some heat off of us in the process,
It gets the Silvers completely off our backs.
Yeah.
at least in that respect, yes.
Yeah, I'm in favor of closing the investigation.
I see the point in not giving him to the prison, but I think the positives there outweigh the negatives.
Yeah.
It's not our problem once he's in the prison.
Yes.
It's the Silvers. And
Famous
the
last
cities.
words.
I
Welcome
guess
to
you're
D&D.
right.
It's fine. We'll get in. If we get into problems, we will solve them later. As long as you kick the can down the road over and over again, it will never catch up to you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You get it.
Do you have any slow-acting poisons?
Could probably think of something that could make.
Problem is, he's a rat. You know from
Alright.
interacting, they're
Very
they're resistant or
poison.
immune to poison,
Took
depending
him
on. So
4 doses of this to.
That's
Yeah.
true, yeah.
he's very hardy.
Yeah, we'll
That's
just,
the one problem. You assume Brack has probably been poisoned. Like, guy's fucked.
Just let it go. See what happens.
Sure.
Just let it go. Just look, hands off.
We'll take care of our part, and then we'll just wash our hands.
Agreed.
deal with it if it comes
Whatever
back to
happens-
us.
Well,
not our fault.
we'll still owe a favor to Gil.
Expected.
As long as he remains friendly, I don't really mind.
However, consider this. The more powerful your friends, the more powerful you are.
Exactly.
But
But are they
how
friends?
powerful can you make your friends before it's dangerous is really fun.
Yes.
That's why this is fun.
So,
Yeah, this is...
we have a few more decisions to make in this campaign. I told
Just a
you.
few.
I told you.
Yeah.
So, you're going back into Ebon Falls, but first you want to contact Rossi separately and have him come out and meet you?
Mhm.
Yes.
How do you want to do that?
I
Which
think
one of us is going to go?
Two of us
can you
go,
just walk in?
2 of us stay.
I will go in.
Rainy
one of
stay.
them because yes.
I'll go.
Could go too.
Twins go. You
Well-
watch, Car.
All right.
Okay.
You're bougie. It'll
Yeah,
be
that
fine.
one-
Exactly.
The two of you
We'll
watch
go
the
right
vehicle.
to Rossi's bullshit.
You pull about a mile away, so you don't have to super far walk, and they can't really see you very well. You pull off to the side. Hey, there's your dog again. The two of you begin to walk. Is there anything you want to do on the walk while you're split up from each other? Any inter-party politics that need to be played? Pretty drama-free group right now.
I'm pretty drama free right now. I don't have any qualms.
I don't
Any
hold
major
grudges.
qualms? Well, not even talking shit. Just like, I don't know, anything you guys want to talk privately amongst yourselves about. And while you're waiting, what do you guys want to be doing? Are you hanging out in the vehicle? Are you hanging out in the trailer? Are you talking? Are you just vibing? You're trying to catch a nap? You got about 2 hours. Well, I mean, how long does it take to walk a mile? Like 20 minutes? 25?
Well, I got
It's
a
like
limp too, so it'll probably
15,
take a little bit
20
longer.
for
He's a little slow,
So
so
we'll call it 20 minutes on the long side, I think.
I'll help you walk since we're walking a long
Sure.
ways,
Um,
like an old man.
So you got maybe an hour because you're going to have to
Limp
walk
is such a
into
pig, so we
town.
Get through the border too.
Then walk all the way to Dante's. They might get a ride back. Who knows?
We'll just say the car broke down.
So,
You know,
an
just
hour.
limp in.
What do you think you guys are doing?
I'm gonna try and
There's no
teach
radio.
the rat some tricks.
Car
What kind of
broke
trick
down,
do you
we're
wanna
going
teach
in
the
to get
rat?
some
To like do a
supplies.
flip.
A flip?
I want him to
We're
do-
starting
Our
at
friends
flips?
later to
Okay,
help us,
let's
and
start
so that
with
would be us leaving with the
like
boys.
shaking hands.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, so you start saying, shake my hand. He goes,
I'm fucking.
You're locked
Like
in.
this?
I fucking love it.
Yes, and then I'll like give him a.
okay,
Perfect. Okay.
what else?
Do you know how to do a flip?
What's that?
It's like you jump and then you turn around in midair.
Okay.
You're talking to your rat?
Falls onto the floor of the.
Christ.
Why would you tell me to do that? What the heck?
I apologize. I didn't know you couldn't do it. I asked.
either.
I think it is safe to say if you've not done something, you probably can't do it.
Can you do that?
That's a terrible.
I don't know.
attitude
Let's
to
see. I'm gonna get out and try and do a backflip.
Do an athletics or acrobatics check.
Next snap,
Oh,
taking
Lord.
that one.
That one.
have. I don't have any potions.
And ink.
It'd be funny if you came back.
Of course, once the doctor leaves, they start doing dumb shit.
14.
14. You jump up in the air and you flip backwards or forwards?
Backwards.
You flip backwards and you land, but you sort of stumble a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not perfect,
Yeah.
but you accomplish it. And he goes, "Wow."
I apologize for you, though. I'm sorry.
Oh man. So that's happening. What are you doing? Reenie's also in there. If you want an excuse to talk to her or something. You also don't have to do anything. You just fuck off.
I'm
You can just sleep.
going to test a theory that I've had.
Oh.
I'm gonna sit in the vehicle and take one of the bullets out of my gun and just set it like on the dash in front of me. And to an outside observer, it would look like Soren's just staring at the bullet.
You're trying to make it move.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm seeing it like lift, and I'm trying to make that happen.
Roll me.
What the fuck?
Roll me.
Can't you?
It's
can't
no
you
one else is in
talk
here.
in your brain?
Reenie's here, but she's not paying attention, and she's been bored because she doesn't know what you're doing.
Force, yeah, it'll make sense.
Roll me intelligence saving throw.
Bro, the shit he sees comes to life.
Fucking Chris Angel.
23.
It tips.
Something.
So,
Set it up and start over.
okay. So while that's happening, you two are walking. You're down to business, but is there any conversations?
We got our
We
story
already
straight.
said we know what our story is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got our story straight. Like
So you're walking up to the gate, and you get there. Roll
I'll
for
be
cop.
like helping him.
roll for cop. Your roll.
I'll be helping him walk, like he's clearly got a limp and his cane and
Okay.
everything, and 19.
19. Okay. You walk through. He's got a limp, and there's a cop on the chair, reading a book or something, and smoking a cigarette. Looks at you. Have a good day.
Oh, wait.
You go right in.
Fuck yes.
Got a lazy cop.
I mean, if he wanted to search us, he could. We don't have any shit on us. Like, it's,
Okay. So you have to make it from here to Rossi's
Yeah.
through the city streets.
Can we hitch a cab?
I was gonna
or
say, can we flag a
something?
taxi?
Yeah, we get a taxi.
Here's what I want you to do. 2 things.
Okay.
Number 1, roll stealth.
Yeah.
Okay,
Rat
why?
gang.
Rat gang.
Ah!
Number 2, roll like a charisma check to hail a cab. Like a cab. You can do persuasion. You can do
Okay, okay.
intimidation. I don't care.
I'll do that, but also my stealth
It's a collective.
is
stealth.
16.
17.
16, 17. Okay, so you guys are doing a pretty good job of just like walking with the flow of traffic. You do see, not for nothing, you do see not a ton of rat gang, but you see them on corners just sort of watching.
Makes sense.
You don't know if they're watching for you, but they seem, they're at their normal spots that you've seen them around town every once in a while. You do have to walk through the chip market because that's the main drag. You do see them at their normal table outside Leo's Deli as you walk down, and you get to Dante's bar. It's called Esme's, but you get to Esme's. And in there, Darwin, can we not do that? Can we not do that stuff? Any of that part?
What about the charisma check?
For the taxi. That's right.
Taxi.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Maybe a 10 intimidation, so I'd have to like. I'm really
10
waving.
is the DC to get a cab here. So you do get a cab, and who do you think? What's a cab driver? Pitch me a cab driver. Antonio?
He's are there tieflings in the city?
Yeah.
He's a tiefling with a handlebar mustache.
Okay. So
And he has terrible taste in air fresheners.
Okay,
Oh, no.
so when you pull up, there's a
Black
you see this black
Oh, no.
cab. It's got that open front, and it's got the back just like Inks had. And then hanging in front of that is a censer with incense burning in it.
That's worse.
And as he pulls up, it's just like there's like a little bit of cloud, and he goes, "Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to the place. Yes, my name is Antonio. It is very nice to see you. Oh, my lady, I would happily take you upon my chariot. Where can I take you? You're very lovely." And he opens the door and he brings you in. Sir, let me hold your cane for you, help you up.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. I know every place in this. We'll take a nice, smooth ride. You won't even know. Somewhere,
Esme?
across? Esmes. Oh, we are going for a little bit of the local flavor, I see. I'm going to be honest. I pegged both of you for a little bit, and he sort of adjusts his mirror. For a little bit of a more fancy afternoon, but it's nice to see you.
It's nice to get away from it once in a while.
Perfect. And he starts to go.
Yes.
And he's just going way too fast. He's riding bumpers.
New York City time.
Hey, what are you doing? And then he eventually gets around, and you hear him like yelling at Infernal and stuff. You've heard about tieflings are normal. The thing about tieflings post moon crash, and this is also true of Asimar. Neither have shadows.
Ooh.
Alenia doesn't have a shadow?
It went away sometime, like 15 years ago. The things that were touched by outer planes stopped. They lost their shadows.
That's pretty cool.
Bro, Alenia's walking around like a PS2 graphic.
Yeah, it's real weird. He gets you into Esme's not too long. That'll be 2 gold.
Oh.
And he gets out, opens the door for you, and holds his hand out. How's it doing? Hey, did you have a good ride?
Thank
Nice
you.
and quick.
It was
Yeah,
nice,
that's
yeah.
right. You remember Antonio's the name. Thank you, ma'am. Have a wonderful day.
You
And
as
if you
well.
need me, do you need me to stay out front? You gonna have a ride back?
Couldn't hurt.
I'll keep it warm.
Maybe. We might have another ride.
Just in case.
Okay, 1 gold retainer fee.
What?
You can pay me when you get back out. That's no big deal.
Are you sure?
I'll be here. You'll be here. It's fine. No big deal.
All right.
If I'm gone, it's because I got another fare. That's fair, right?
Fair is fair.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Unless you want to pay up front, you can keep me.
No.
All right. You guys have a good time at the bar, okay? Great drinks in there.
Thank you.
And you head out. I love
Oh my
Antonio.
God.
He's my favorite cab driver.
Do I even have gold in here? Okay, I do.
So
Makes
you
one
head
off.
into Esme's. It
Forgot
is
you're broke.
it is morning, and this is set up.
Fucking broke.
And so you are at brunch, essentially, for a bar that doesn't sell food. And as you walk up to it, there is the standard gold boy. His suit out, his no undershirt, his golden tattoos up here, coming up onto his neck. He has a meticulous sort of like well-shaped beard that comes down to like a groomed like shrubbery on his face, bald head, gold earrings, and looks at you. What's your business?
Rossi is expecting us.
Expecting you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, lets you in. You guys were very serious. He lets you in. He like, I mean, you guys aren't gonna
Yeah.
do anything in there. Shuts it behind. As you walk in, you see Darno, Pow, and like 17 gold boys, all hanging out. And Rossi is at the back. He's not up in his black glass viewing area, and he's not in the speakeasy secret underneath. He is sitting in the back, and it's payday. He is currently, they're all in a line, and he's currently lining them up for gold. And he goes, hey, good job, man. Excellent. Oh, cut the line. Darno, will you take care of this? She goes, yeah, boss. Cracks her knuckles. Okay, boys. Keep it straight! And she yells at them. And you walk up, and he leans over, and he comes over to the bar and sort of meets you halfway, and he sort of points to the bar, like, meet me there. And he comes over, he finishes his drink, sets it down on another table, and walks up to the bar, and by the time he gets there, his drink is poured and slid to him by that well-dressed bartender. You sit down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well. This must be good news. You don't look like
Do you
you
have
have
a
your hands
package?
out. You guys got smiles on your faces. I like where this is going.
You should like.
Can I
where
get you a
it's
drink?
going.
Yes, please. That would be nice.
What do you want?
Whiskey.
Done. Whiskey.
I'm good, thank you.
2 whiskeys. One for me, though. He sips his drink, sets it down.
We have a package for you.
Here?
It's outside the city.
Ah, smart.
We already had to smuggle him in once, so...
You smuggled him in to smuggle him out. Why'd you do that?
We had to get away from some.
We were trying to lose the...
Go ahead and roll me.
Chase.
This is not untrue. Roll me.
Oh,
Persuasion
fuck, I
checks
didn't
with
even think about
advantage.
that. But yeah.
Both of us, or just
Just
one
her.
of us?
I mean, unless you want to do it too. If you want to try it.
Yeah,
Nat
fire.
20.
Okay, well, so she's just been
20,
fucking
like
crushing it all night,
23.
so I just let it go.
Okay. Yeah. Smart. Okay.
so they might be
ooh.
running about the city
Did you
as
hear that?
well.
Was it?
Yeah, I
That was
heard
my
you.
stomach.
Oh fuck.
Didn't come out. It just rumbled on the
Thought it was
inside. It was an
Darwin.
inner fart.
I am concerned that they might be out looking in the city right now. We saw quite a few on the way.
They probably are. But once they know he's in our custody, it won't be a big deal. Perfect. So I can send Pow and Darno out to get that from you.
Sounds good.
How'd you do it? He's in one piece?
Yes.
Sir.
And quite ready to admit his crime.
Really?
A lot of sedatives.
Vrac?
and-
Oh.
Yeah.
His mind is a little from all the sleepy stuff. So,
Do have one request though.
Interesting.
You are paying us, obviously. So seeing as you are taking a bit of a loss there, if you turn them into the silvers, you could get most of the money back, plus a get out of jail free card. On top of getting what you want.
Why do you want that?
Why not? Helps you out.
I think you'll find when you see him, you might want to go easy on him a little.
Oh, it's a
mercy.
pathetic thing.
It's not going to feel
Yes.
satisfying for you, no.
You guys are softies. You're not built for this business. But
But here we are.
you succeeded so far. Well, I guess all there is left to do is pay you. How do you want it? On receipt of the product, of course, but we'll have Darno and Paul bring it.
Some in paper, some in coin.
Would you want it delivered to the address, or do you want it on the road? Are you headed out? Otherwise, we could just meet you in the warehouse. Don't have to carry money across the line, you know?
Let's just meet in the
True.
warehouse. That's fine, I think.
Warehouse is fine.
All right. Takes the whiskey.
Thank you.
Thank you. I should stop. It is not even lunchtime.
It's a day of celebration.
You're damn right. Not like you. All right.
Do a little curtsy and take our leave.
All right. It's a good day, boys. Darno, pal, come here. As you guys walk out. Some time goes by. Did you want to ride back with the cabbie?
Absolutely. We might as well. It's
Antonio?
better than walking.
Why not go with the gold
Aren't
boys?
they going
Do you-
separately from us? I assumed in my head they were going separately from us.
They can go separately. You can meet these two back at the warehouse. That's fine.
Well, we need them to come collect Vrac, right? So why don't we all just travel together?
It's up to you.
That's fine. We can do that too.
I'd rather travel with them, so if Rat Gang tries to fuck with us,
That's fair. Yeah.
we have some
Yeah.
backup.
So you wait.
They won't fuck with us with gold boys. You're right.
Darno and
Yeah.
Pal come out shortly after with 2 other gold boys in tow. There you go. Pal comes up and goes, "Oh, okay, you coming with?
That would be nice. Yes.
All right. Hey, Antonio, how you doing, bud?" He goes, "I am doing great.
Oh.
Are you stealing my fare?"
I'll give
Sorry, man.
I'll give Antonio.
Oh, well, thank you, darling. You're good. You're good. Indeed, man. He slides over a card that just says Antonio, and it has his cab number on the back.
Oh my god! I'm gonna take
Pocket
it.
cab driver though.
Put it in my person.
Cab number 6669.
Nice.
You won't forget that.
I hate that.
At your service. So, Darno, Pal, they have essentially the vehicle that they picked. You've ridden in it once when you met Dante. Jeez, what a boy, dude.
Oh. It's puppy time. It's puppy time. It's puppy time.
What a boy. There's a dog in the car? All right, we get down.
When do we get a pet dog, you guys? That's what
Whenever
we
we want
need.
one.
Yeah, and then immediately it dies.
Yeah,
We
we
get
would
lit
be.
on fire by a dragon. You're all gonna cry. So
Or you'll eat it for the tactical
Or
advantage.
you'll make us kill
I
it.
guess we do have a pet cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
good butt scratches. Okay, so you make your way out. You make your way out.
That's racist.
What?
I said we have 2 cats.
Being ink racist again. You make your way through the gate easily. You have Lazy Cop at the north side, so it's fine. And you make your way back to the Land Beast. It does take about 50 minutes, not quite an hour. As you see them drive up, is there anything you guys want to do? They get out of the vehicle. Darno walks up. Pow just sort of stands next to it. The 2 gold boys walk over. Oh. Pumped them with the sort of sleepy juice.
That's correct.
You look like shit, Vrack. And he goes, okay. Well, I guess we can hook this trailer. You want the trailer back?
If
We
we
would
could get
like
it,
it back.
I'd appreciate
Yeah, I'm
it.
not gonna take your.
Yeah.
Where's the
If you
trailer?
could just bring it back.
I just didn't know if you want us to dump it.
No, bring it back.
toss
to
it in
the
the
warehouse.
rack if
we
you don't
could,
want
it.
we could
Warehouse.
swing by to pick it up too, even.
No,
Yeah,
well,
sure,
they have
whatever.
to come
They're
by
coming
the
to the
warehouse.
Oh,
warehouse
yeah,
anyway.
that's true.
If you could
Okay,
bring
yeah.
it, fine. If not, we'll pick it up.
Yeah. You'll have some boys over to get you money. Okay, Vrack, you ready to go? Okay. Guys really did a number on this guy. Sure. All right, back it up, and they back it up and hook the trailer up, and they look at you. Hey, good work out there.
Thank you.
You sure you guys don't want to be like official members, get tatted up? Be
I
like,
I think it would work, and I just tap my neck and the clink clink.
Never noticed that. All right, have a good day. And they drive away. And
Some Rossi gang signs.
they drive away. She does have knuckle tats, so we're
Oh
taking
my
back.
god.
So drives away. You guys can easily get into the Ebon Falls gates with no bounty.
Yeah.
Lazy Cop anyway. Everyone gets through. No problems. You get back to the warehouse. You open up the warehouse. And you're home.
Where's...
There's Alana around.
Olana's not here right now.
Okay.
She up doing something.
Yeah.
But you can see that the only thing you notice that's different in here is it smells like cigarettes. She was smoking in the warehouse. But really, it seems like she was just staying. You do notice when you go up to... and work has been being done while you guys were gone, so your upstairs is finished. Any upgrades that you guys have requested are pretty much functional. There might be some extra stuff that you guys have to do.
Wait, we have a bathroom now, right?
You
Did
have a
that
bathroom.
Yes.
You take a big shitter.
How dirty is it in here? Is there
It's
dust?
not. It's well. There's dust.
I'm dusting.
Okay. You begin cleaning. It's not like perfect, but it's not messy. She didn't make it messy in here. She's
Yeah.
only gone for a few days. And then shortly after, you hear a knock at the door.
There's not like a peephole, is there? You
No.
should get the peephole.
I think we.
You do have windows upstairs that you could peek
commissioned
at.
I'll,
Did you want to peek? If
Who's
you
gonna
ordered a
open
peephole, then yes.
What did we write down?
Oh my
I
god,
wrote
okay, I'm
down
opening the door.
a peephole and a chain lock.
If you wrote it down, then yes.
Okay.
Gold boys.
Okay.
You open it up, and they hand you a chest, and they go like this,
Fuck
and you
yes.
take it, and we'll settle that.
Yeah.
In our way, I'm going to have to give you 5,000 gold.
1250.
Gimme!
Let's go.
That's so
Do
fucking
you want
crazy.
any of it in moon chips? Rossi would have offered
I'm good.
150
I got
increments.
machination.
How many do we have?
I have none. I'll take
I
2
got
out of
one, but no one knows
mine.
that.
Well, I'll just say, let's do it all together, and then
I
you
got
just can
one.
figure it out. So 2, so that's 300 total.
I'll take 2 for mine.
300 more.
I'll take 1.
1. So 6, 750. You don't want any.
Maybe we should do. No, add 1 more. I'll take 1 more as well.
900 in moon chips. Okay.
He's so
Exciting.
excited to hand us those.
Exciting. For the first time in this campaign, I'll play the achievement playlist. Wow.
It's happening! Did
Wow,
we level up
achievements.
as well?
Achievements. And
I would love level more.
we have some cash.
I'm getting level up blue balls.
Level
It's
up
been so
blue
long.
balls.
Being edged over here.
I have much cash.
Let's see.
Oh goodness.
Can you count this?
Let's see if we even have 5,000.
I don't have 5,000 in cash. I
Need
think.
41.
I kind of like that it'll be in coins in it.
Yeah, it'll be mixed up.
Banks exist, right?
Huh?
Banks exist? Like, do banks exist for personal deposits?
Banks exist if you want to start moving to a checkbook.
Oh boy.
Okay. Just, I'm thinking in
If-
terms
if-
of
depending-
safety for funds.
Depending on, well, right now it's enough. You have safety in your warehouse.
Yeah. But like, if someone broke in, you know.
Well, part of your upgrades were like locks and stuff. You guys
Yeah.
have mentioned that.
I
So
know.
Pretty sure I got the hole filled in with the safe too.
right,
Yeah.
you do have a safe. So it's relatively secure. On the road is a different story. Banks are absolutely, of course, safe. However, if anything, like if you're ever like, you can't just access. There's no ATMs.
Yeah.
So when you put it in there, you gotta.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
So
get that. Do most.
950.
950 plus 900,
900.
so
1850.
1850.
Yeah. So we need 30.
Somebody, wait,
150
hold on.
more.
Calculator.
Yeah.
1850.
30, 150 more.
There's 2 diamonds, a pink one and a ruby, or a purple
much
one and
is
a
that?
ruby. Each of these are 300.
So
So these are capable of doing the revivify spell. These are
2650.
revivify capable. You don't have it, but
26,
um,
2550.
5.
it's 300 right for those.
2550 is left that he needs to give
Revivify?
us.
Yeah.
Wait,
Is
okay, wait, start over.
950 plus 900 is 1850, right?
Yeah.
Plus 600 is 2450.
Yeah.
So he owes us 2550.
Okay.
So, what we need at this point,
Can I have the sparklies?
what we need at this point
That's fine, yeah.
is
Actually, each of the spellcasters should probably have a diamond.
start counting.
Oh
I'm
goodness.
just
Is that
so
platinum?
this is Platties.
50s, 100s.
You guys want to use Platties count? So just count out. How much do we need each?
Well, if I'm getting full money, I need
This is how much you've given
125.
us.
Don't worry about that. I'm talking about the total. So
Uh,
2450. So you need 2550.
2550, which is 235
So-
platinum pieces.
Will you hand Alex some of these? So everybody just start counting and tell me how much you have, and then we'll do change. There we go.
Oh boy.
Excuse me, bud. I don't know if you guys get this far. I guess I should have already come down here and count all this shit out. As you
16.
16.
16 platinum, so
So
that's
160
gold.
So, wait.
I have 21.
Each of these are 10, right?
Yeah.
I have 250.
I need 125 platinum.
Pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do more. So,
Keep account of this shit.
I have 190 over here.
Oh, here.
200.
Because I have 210, so this is easy.
200.
So
Even.
200. So we'll add 200 and 200
Yep.
250.
Add 250 more.
plus 200 plus 250 plus whatever Alex has.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say at this point, if you need to, I'll just print out more cash.
Yeah. No, but give us
How
more
close? How close are we?
2,000 almost. 1,900.
So we're like 500 away.
Trade me. I got a gold piece.
Alex, what do you have to add to this?
Hold on. I got a number counting in my head. Well, this is 28, so I have 44.
Wait.
So this is a third of what I need.
I need
Okay.
everybody's collective.
Yeah.
I have 20 right
Don't
here.
worry about your individual.
Yeah, I
worry
know.
about the collective.
Please just put whatever you have in platinum, type it into this. I'm confused.
So I have 1,200.
What did you just
total
count for
right
your personal platinum?
44.
Yeah, right there.
44 total, so 440.
440.
So 440.
Could just tell me how much platinum we have as a collective and then times it by 10.
So how much are you at?
Okay, so we're at
35, 40.
yes,
35,
40. Yeah.
40.
So we need 50.
So here's
14,
35,
60 more.
50.
Yep.
And I can do the rest in cash, or like, I mean, we could just keep counting platties if you want them.
I don't mind.
How much
Yeah.
platinum
You
would
got
that
5,000
be?
gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want platties?
Yeah,
How
fuck
many
it.
more do we need?
A lot.
Well, so I have plenty.
We have. We
Here.
need 150 something more.
150 platinum.
Total more.
I got lots.
Woo!
How many do you guys have?
Oh, that's a gold.
Don't worry about their.
No, I'm
individual
talking about how much platinum they have. I didn't know if we added it to that amount.
Oh,
Yeah,
all mine is
they
that.
added. They're
That's
theirs.
what I wanted
Yeah, here you
to
go.
do.
Here's yours. And then these are your secondary counts. Darwin, what do you need, my guy? You've been taken care of all day. You don't have needs. You don't have any worries.
Okay, I got 160.
So, as you start doling this out, you start really realizing how much money this is.
150. I have another 180 here, Sarah.
Plus 180.
260.
Plus 260. We're close.
210.
Plus 210.
We need.
We need
63 more.
63 more platinum
630
pieces.
gold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we get this one in silver?
Yeah.
They're both from copper,
Just to
actually.
melt it down and have some raw metal.
Here you go.
Bro, these fucking coin purses are gonna
Yeah?
be
You guys wanted coins? I'll print more money for you.
bussin'. We're not really, we don't have this divided evenly. I don't know if we wanted to try to do that. But
Doesn't
be
matter
great.
right this second, but we could do this off table.
Yeah.
Like, or after the game. But,
yeah.
if you want to count a few more, see what happens. I
Sorry,
think that should be
dump
good.
some in with my person.
1, 2, 3,
Gotta be close.
6, 7, 8, 10. Another 130.
Add another
Plus
25, so I have too much.
250.
Oh no, plus 25, so 250. So we need 225 more.
Plus, yeah, 25 more coins.
25 more coins.
25 platinum coins, and
So
we're
close.
set. Right?
1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6.
So that'd be plus 2. Yep, 5,000.
11,
Okay.
13.
It's a lot of money.
I only need 30 platinum pieces, and then I have all mine. Because I was keeping a
How
track
much are we supposed to have total
1250
roughly?
each. 5,000 total.
Okay.
5,000 total. Well, 4,100 minus our moonstones.
Okay, I only
Okay.
have 410
So-
right now.
Let's start from the
I have a
beginning.
lot extra from
Okay.
the
Here's 25 more. So 250.
That's it. We're paid out.
That's
so
paid
now
out.
we
Yeah.
have to just sort it out between all
So
of
paid
us.
out. You wanted.
2. Yep.
So these are 300 gold. 300 gold.
300.
300 gold.
You said this was
And then
20
there's 300 gold
900.
each right here.
4 plus 25.
So don't forget those diamonds.
Plus 600.
5, 6, 7,
That was the only
7.
stuff.
So we'll count this out
Yeah.
in a second, but now we know that is your 5,000. So we can count this out in a second. 2 more things happen.
Okay.
The first thing that happens is we're level 4. Level 4!
Yeah!
We're finally level 4 ASIs, feats,
Can I have a rupee?
multi-classing
Oh, yeah,
if you
rupee.
want it.
Yeah.
You can ask me about it. You can do it now. We can do it after. Totally fine. The second thing that happens is your life gets calm. No one's asking you to do tasks for them. You don't really need for money right now. We have downtime. And I'm going to say 3 months. 3 months of downtime as you transform what this is into something more official. When we return, this is the deadline.
Okay.
We'll have a
Time for
business
team
name. Team name. We'll know what we're about, and we will start getting our first clients.
Oh,
I'm so
boy.
3 months
Go.
of setup. So when we reconvene, we're level 4. We've been working on stuff. All of us will talk about what we've been working on. You have all this money to invest in yourselves or future things for the warehouse, for your own endeavors, for delves, for whatever business you want to go do. And you'll have some different stuff that you've been doing in those 3 months. So we'll talk about that. I have ideas already about what's happening and what you've experienced. So we'll go through a downtime episode, and at the end of that, we'll see what's happening. So the grand opening of whatever your business is happens next week.
Let's fucking go.
So thanks for hanging out with us. This
We rolling
is
hit
the
points?
end of the prologue of this campaign.
Holy shit!
So thanks for hanging out. We'll be back next week. No one else is getting married, right? for now?
I don't have any plans.
I mean,
Oh, I
not
was
for
going
now.
to tell you guys next week.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank
Oh,
you.
wow.
I would love to go.
I would
like
love
a
to meet
speech from all
her.
of. No, you can't.
No, you wouldn't. It's a
I'm so
Gundam.
excited for the cheese curd bar.
Yeah.
That would fuck me up. Anyway, love your faces. Have a great night. Come hang out with us next week. Slurp.